Alright, are we, am I live? Am I live? Hello. Excellent. The Mystic Weave is strong today. Fantastic. Excellent, excellent, most excellent. Alright, so this is a chatting stream, which is not my usual, so I will put on some Dover Syndrome jams. And that'll, hopefully that will cover a little bit my nervousness. Oh wait, no. You're not supposed to say that you're nervous when you're nervous. Oh no! But hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, this is... Turn it down a bit? You got it. How's that? Alright, sorry about that, sorry about that. Thank you very much for, by all means, if my audio levels are ever in need of tweaking, please let me know. I have no idea how to, I'm bad with technology. Anyhow, mortals, greetings, it is I, Carmine Phlegathon, and I come before you with no weapons, and no plan. Just me. For the legendary chatting stream. That great hurdle! What a hurdle. I would argue it is possibly one of the most difficult types of content. It is akin to throwing oneself off a cliff into a pit of boiling magma sharks. The sharks themselves are not boiling. But the magma is. Well, I suppose they must be at least a little bit warm, considering the magma. You can tell, can you not? I mean, the sharks seem super... Well, why would the sharks be superfluous? The sharks aren't... They've... No. The sharks are not superfluous, because if they... Obviously, it's trivial to survive being thrown into lava, or magma, right? It's easy. But the sharks, they add an extra element of danger. But anyway, yes, hello. How do they do? How do they do these? There are people who can just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. I am not one of them. Hellion hammerheads. I mean, not necessarily hammerhead sharks. Actually, aren't hammerhead sharks a bit docile compared to regular sharks? I feel like that's the case. But I don't know anything about sharks. I don't know anything about most things, which is why it's interesting to be doing a chatting stream. But I'm pretty clueless. Actually, wait, did I... I'll tell you what's a really aggressive sea life. I'll tell you what's a really aggressive sea life. Not sharks, but dolphins. Dolphins are evil. I've heard tales of dolphins brutally ramming their noses into a I think a killer whale or an injured shark to just absolutely murder it. Oh boy, the dolphins are the mafia of the sea. Never trust a dolphin, mortals. Never trust a dolphin. Even that's the thing though. Like in Animorphs, when they morph an animal in Animorphs in the young adult novel series Animorphs, when they morph an animal, the dolphins. Well, when they morph an animal, they get the mentality of the animal, right? They get the emotional attitude of the animal. That's why it's so terrifying to morph into an ant, because they get ant brain, and there's no singular ant. It's all a collective. So they lose their sense of self and individuality, and it's really scary. But with dolphins, dolphins are just super happy all the time. It's like when they morph a dog. The dolphins are just super like joyful, and oh, everything is beautiful, everything is wonderful. But dolphins are actually like. So I wonder if dolphins are. Well, I don't know how much research K.A. Applegate did, but I wonder if dolphins are happy killers. You haven't heard the name Animorphs in a while, Cliff. I mean, I would, considering how old it is, and how nothing has been moving in that direction, of like anything happening with Animorphs for quite some time, I don't blame you. But I quite enjoy Animorphs. It's probably okay. When it comes to reading books, I'm not very cultured, but I do read a lot of young adult fiction, and Animorphs is probably the pinnacle of young adult fiction. It's a fantastic war story. Was I even born when they came out? Well, let's see. Animorphs. But to answer why I know about them, we had a big box of them. That I read. They were just lying around. Oh yeah, Discworld. I really got to get on that. I've heard great things. So, Animorphs first came out. All right. The very first book was 1996, and the original run ended in 2001. So, yes and no. I wasn't alive when they started, but I was alive when they finished. It's 50 books after all. But yeah, we had a big box of them. We had a big box of about the first 20. And we had a big box of about the first 20. And I actually, my first Animorphs book wasn't the first one. It was the 17th Animorphs book. Around about that one, with Rachel. With the oatmeal. And, because I managed to get into it very easily, because I ran into, because like they have this thing at the start that explains everything. You know, here's the situation with the Yeerks. Every book is written like it might be your first Animorphs book, which I think is very fantastic. I mean, a lot of people are older than me, Cliff. I would argue that a large majority of mortal population is older than me at this point, though it will not always be that way. Personally, I would feel really good. I've always I've always not liked people my age, because they're all plebeians, kids my age in school and such. Cause I was raised with older brothers. So the stuff that I was into was already old before I like it was already old by the time I get to it. Like my first video game was Final Fantasy VII, but this wasn't Final Fantasy VII on release. No, I would have first played Final Fantasy VII at the very least 5 years after it first came out. But that was my first video game. Yeah, it's honestly, I guess it's a double-edged sword, that aspect of writing. But it's never bothered me with Animorphs, despite going from one to the next and the next and the next. FF7 is a good one to start with. I would argue it is the best Final Fantasy to start with. I mean, as a Final Fantasy game. For video games in general, I don't know. There's so many. I have no idea of how to get someone into video games. I've tried to get because I know so little about communicating outside the means of like the video games. Like I spend a lot of my time in the world of games. I have often grappled with the question: how could I get older family members to be, to play video games a bit? But a lot of people just don't seem to get it. And it's a massive gap between us. I feel it's a huge gulf that can't be crossed, because they're living in one world and I'm living in another. Oh, Minecraft. That's honestly not a... That's not a bad suggestion. I'm not sure if it would work, but it might be worth a shot. It's not like I can't understand people who don't like games. I can't. I genuinely can't. And there's a lot of people who don't like video games. But for me, it's like, oh, so you don't like films or books or, you know, you don't like a medium. Minecraft, Stardew Valley, Mario Kart. I mean, Mario Kart, I've barely played. I've basically never played Mario Kart because I've never had access to a Nintendo console with Mario Kart on it. So the only Mario Kart I've ever played is Mario Kart Wii at a friend's house. I think I'm kind of interesting, actually. People seem to be surprised when I say that I basically didn't grow up with Nintendo and instead grew up with Sony. I've only had a DS. I've only had a DS. And there was a Mario Kart for the DS, but I didn't have it. I didn't have any, like, Mario... I don't know. That's cool. That's really interesting, though. That's, like, Nintendo's main means of attack, and it just never clicked with me. I think Mario Odyssey is the first video game that or rather, first Mario game that I completed. Yes, the DS did have a strong library. Like, even irrespective of company. Irrespective of company, the DS had the strongest... It had the strongest... One of the strongest libraries of video games. I mean, come on. It had Ghost Trick, The World Ends With You, Etrian Odyssey, some Kingdom Hearts games. It's got everything! Like, even right from the start, Nintendogs. That's like a super early DS title, right? Nintendogs is great. I love Nintendogs. Oh yeah, I'm also super excited for the World Ends With You sequel. So, am I multi-streaming? I'm looking to move to Twitch. This is my Twitch trial week, and so far I'm really liking it. So I am thinking of full-timing on Twitch. So far, no one has raised any objection to me about that. I felt very welcomed here, and it seems to be rather neat. But it's like, I just don't want to abandon anyone on YouTube, really. I have a big, I don't like the concept of abandoning people, I guess. I'm very, I get it, I just, I'm tripping over my words because I can't find them, but basically I want to take, yeah, exactly, you can't leave behind your family. Exactly, you've got it. Oh! I think that's my first spam bot. Well, how about that? Speaking of Twitch and hitting it big, I am now famous. So how do I do something here? Do I block it? Mute it? Something. How do I... Okay. Click his name and ban. Okay, I gotta be really careful with this, not to misfire. Okay. Ban. Yay! There we are. Yes, so anyway. Yeah, mods. I think I'm still way too small to worry about mods or anything like that. Like in a capacity or something like that. Anyway, I have gotten completely distracted by that spam bot. Finally made it. But anyway, what I was saying was simply, I don't want to abandon anyone in the world. I don't want to abandon anyone that would choose to stand with me and watch me. I guess I'm saying I want to be there for you guys. That's a bit sappy, so I'm gonna move on, and back to the DS. I'm gonna gush more about the DS. Are you ready? The World Ends With You is the greatest video game of all time, and I can prove it. Alright? Alright? It's the greatest video game of all time, and I can prove it. Thus, and it can only be played properly on the DS. Thus, the DS is the greatest console. Well, okay, it's quite simple. It's quite simple, Bone Miser. How so? It's quite simple. The World Ends With You has a combination of a god-tier battle system combined with the fact that the plot, which is dynamite, is tied into every aspect of the gameplay. Everything is wrapped together and interconnected so completely. The message of the game... Cliff! There's only one version to play. The DS version. Original hardware. Don't even emulate it unless you've got like a setup for Don't even emulate it unless you have a setup where you've got like a stylus or like those artists do. Some sort of touchpad for your computer. Because when they that's the other thing. When they made The World Ends With You, they set out to create a game that could only be played on the DS, and they succeeded. All the ports are garbage. Like, I mean, it really is. You have to play it like you gotta play it this way. This is the way it's meant to be played. It uses every aspect of the DS hardware. It uses the stylus as like a main point of like you can't play without the stylus. And also, the microphone it is used for some pins. It's really fantastic. But the gameplay is also some action RPG gameplay that is absolutely crazy. The pin setups. I am a natural. Actually, wait. Okay, I'm gonna pull up an image. I'm gonna see if I can import an image let's play a guessing game. Y'all wanna play a guessing game? I'm gonna bring in an image of The World Ends With You's brands. I need to bring up the brands. Alright. There's got to be an image that has all of them together. Do I actually have one on my computer already? Hold on. This is something cool. Images. Okay, while I'm talking about this, let me gush about brands for a second. Basically, in The World Ends With You, there are brands based on the Chinese zodiac. And they are... Like they're really cool, because they're... Each of them has their own different style, both in combat and also fashion-wise. I gotta have them somewhere. I don't think I have anything that says the brands so clearly. So now I gotta go searching for an image. Isn't this riveting models? But that it's just, it's so good. It's so good. The game is so good. All right. That might be it. This might be it. This might be it. It doesn't have the logos though. My canon zodiac alignment. I don't have a canon alignment. I can call upon all powers of all the zodiac. I can call upon all 12 powers of the zodiac, including the 13th. I am all powerful and all knowing. Okay. I can't find anything that's too fitting. So I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna find this image, open this image, open this up, save that image into my The World Ends With You folder. Oh wait, actually, I can just put, what am I doing? Oh yeah. I mean, Zodiac theming, whether it's Chinese Zodiac or Western Zodiac, is a great theme. It's honestly a great theme. Yes, the 13th Zodiac of the Western, or rather the Chinese Zodiac, is the cat, because the cat was betrayed. The 13th Zodiac gun. Isn't that a cool? Oh man, isn't that a cool subtitle though? Isn't that a cool subtitle though? Isn't that a cool subtitle? The 13th Zodiac. Imagine having a gun that the subtitle of which is the 13th Zodiac. I want a cool subtitle like that. I only have regular titles. Okay. So now I can add this as an image source. And hopefully that works. The 13th Zodiac Neutral Special. Okay. How's that? Let me scooch a bit. Actually, let me put it below me first. Yes, the pin designs in TWEWY are so good. They are. Alright, let's go through them. Yes, those are TWEWY pins. Rocco, TWEWY's the best. So, the whole reason that I went on this grand crusade, this search for an image, which one was the brand for gorillas? Gorillas aren't, as an animal, gorillas don't have a place in the Chinese Zodiac. Yeah, exactly. 13 consistent design styles with applications in fashion. So, starting at the top. Is this? I hope this is big enough for you all to see. But okay, starting at the top, or rather, we'll go in order. I mean, yes, there is monkey. I guess monkey. I don't really like associate monkeys and gorillas together too much. But Jupiter the monkey is actually. We'll get to that. Okay, so. If you can all see the rat. Up there, that's Moose Ratus. I'm gonna go through every brand, and then you're gonna guess which one is my favorite. If you're brave enough, if you think you have the wit. But all right, so the rat is Moose Ratus. They're mainly cheap, casual, comfortable wear, with not too much of a fashionable bent to them. So their clothes are just really so kind of warm palettes, that kind of stuff. Now, Ox is D+B, or Dangerous Buffalo. Now, they're a kind of sexy streetwear, kind of skimpy. with like not punk exactly, but I guess like hip street fashion. They're hip street fashion for the ladies. Next, Tiger. This is Tigre punks, and this is straight punk. This is the punk attire. Everything looks very punky. They've got the the spiked collars and the ripped clothes and all that kind of stuff. Now Rabbit, I'm careful. I'm trying to be careful not to give anything away here. I'm trying to be very careful not to be like now this one here is one of my faves. But now Rabbit is Lapin Angelique, and it is Gothic Lolita. It's Gothic Lolita style. The Rabbit is Gothic Lolita. If you're not familiar with that, it's basically kind of really fancy, like always dark colors and really fancy and like Edwardian kind of, but mixed with some modern fashion conventions. So, Dragon is Dragon Couture, and they are classy and upscale. You know, very, very, very refined, chic, and simplistic. Next, we have Snake. That's Hip Snake, and they're they're hip. They're a brand for hipsters. You know, they've got that kind of sort of dorky, but also kind of trendy. Just kind of like a devil may care style. I don't know. It's hard to. I don't associate a particular NPC design with Hip Snake, but they are very distinctive. You know, they got the cool glasses and cool hats. Next is Pegaso. Pegaso is super upscale, super wealthy, you know, businessy kind of thing. Very chic and fashionable business, like suits and fancy dress. That's Pegaso, and that's the horse. Of course, instead of a horse, it's a Pegasus. Now, Sheep. Sheep. That's Sheep Heavenly. And they're a soft and fluffy kind of, you know, they use bright colors, and think of them as like the brighter version of Moose Ratus. They're super bright, their colors are all, you know, super out there, and they've got this kind of bubbly theme. Now, Jupiter of the Monkey is Monkey, and it's urban streetwear. It's urban streetwear. So it's like it's just like like a cool kind of tank top looking thing, and I don't know exactly. I'm bad at describing that. I'm bad at describing the fashions, but they have a kind of blue and orange color focus. Rooster is Parvo Real, and I think Parvo Real doesn't actually play the fashion game. I think they mostly just do accessories. So I don't know how to describe them fashion-wise. Also, their pins are all status effect pins, which are garbage in The World Ends With You. So, Dog is Natural Puppy. Natural Puppy is basically clean, simple, pastel colors. They're kind of unassuming cute. That's Dog. That's Natural Puppy. Wild Boar is kind of grungy, like cool, like okay. Wild Boar is totally not, bro, totally gnarly kickflip, dude. Yeah, let's go to the skate park. Let's wear our caps backwards, bro. Like that. That's Wild Boar. Let's go to a rad concert! Rock out! Okay, so, that's all, okay, and, the pin in the middle, is Gatito, which is the 13th brand, and that's, designed by Kat, who is a multimedia designer. Bromine suddenly appears because Bromine is the best representative of Wild Boar. Ah, Cliff. So here I am, doing everything I can, pretending I'm a Superman. But yes, okay, so, Mortals, what is your guesses? Which Zodiac is my favorite brand in The World Ends With You? You all have your guesses. We'll see how many of you... Let's see how well you know me, mortals. Let's see how well you know your Carmine. What do you got for me? What do you got for me? Which am I? Let's hear your theories. Ooh. The dragon, Lapin Angelique. In the game. My favorite in the game, Cliff. Just in general. Not for me to wear. Although I wouldn't be opposed to wearing their clothes, I guess. Okay, so. Dragon, Lapin Angelique, tiger, monkey, bunny or tiger. Rabbit, dragon, horse, cat. Cat. Rabbit, dragon, horse, cat. Rabbit or tiger. Interesting. Ah. Alright. I'm going to give you all 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 30 seconds, starting now, to finish your guesses. In case anyone's still got one left. And then I will reveal how many of you got it right. Ah, Bone Miser. I will take all of your guesses. I will take all 4 of your guesses on account of the fact that cat by itself does not have too much fashion. Rocco going for monkey. Yep. It's interesting to see what people think of me, honestly. Alright, that's it. I'm cutting it off. Now, I bet you're wondering how many of you were right. Ooh. I made myself a bit bigger there. How many of you were right, though? I bet you're wondering. So, I will now answer. You all got it wrong. I tricked you all. I gotcha. I'm actually a little bit sad. I'm a little bit sad that none of you got me. I thought you knew me, mortals. I thought we were of one mind on this. I thought you knew me so well. But apparently I still have a bit of fine mystique. So I guess I shouldn't be too rattled. So, it's all good. Oh, Bone Miser, it's fine. I'm just teasing. No! How are you all still It's boar? No! You wouldn't catch me dead wearing wild boar. Alright, so. I will reveal. It's Natural Puppy! Natural Puppy is my favorite brand. They have, clean pastel, dresses and stuff. Looks really cool. Really great. And also their pin types, in the game are mostly bullet pins. In order, my top 3 are Natural Puppy, Jupiter of the Monkey, and Lapin Angelique. Jupiter of the Monkey and Natural Puppy pins are available pretty early on, so it's pretty standard for me when I'm playing to build my deck around those two, with Natural Puppy pins being the shooty parts and the J of the M being my melee attacks. Yeah, you all got close, but you didn't make that final step. You didn't make that final step to Natural Puppy. All right, so I guess I should vanish this now. Da 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 da. Whatcha? Nope. Actually, that's an excellent point that I just realized. There we are. I fixed some behind the scenes stuff just now. Oh, but Cliff, while you're bounty hunting, isn't there some level of detective work involved? You gotta find him after all. Anyhow, I know I'd certainly, if there was more detective work involved in bounty hunting, I might become one myself. I love a good mystery story. I really do. That's why I did the Sherlock Holmes read-alongs, is because detectives. Love detectives. Detectives are great. Monkey pins are okay. Monkey pins in The World Ends With You are great. But all of the brands are great. The entire game of The World Ends With You is a perfect arrangement, a perfect alignment. Everything is connected with everything else, and all of it is arranged in sync. The gameplay, the themes, the story, the characters, and the level of detail is astounding. And having the battle music change with each fight, like having a rotating list of battle music songs. Not to mention the killer soundtrack. Is there any wonder I'm so hyped for The World Ends With You Neo? The World Ends With You is literally the best game of all time. Ever made. But yeah, it's not even the only powerhouse. Like I was saying about the DS, it's not even the only powerhouse on the DS, because we've got all those Kingdom Hearts games, Etrian Odyssey. So many powerful franchises existed on the DS, and I'm not sure all of them make the jump to Switch, which is a shame. Yeah, I love OST switch ups. I love OST switch ups if they're used to create impact. I love that. Actually, Cliff, have you ever listened to? You're a music oriented individual. Have you ever listened to some Falcom tracks? Falcom being the games company that makes Trails and Ys, two mid-market or indie JRPG series. Why is there a beard there? Oh right, you can modify emotes on Twitch. I forgot you could do that. I forgot that was a thing that people can apparently do. Oh man. I highly recommend, because Falcom music is just so... I guess I should watch out when I make emotes, but Falcom music is so good. Hello! Hello, account 1403. Just... I mean... I'm gushing internally over music. I'm gushing internally over Trails music. And I can't... Like, it's hard to gush about music because, we're I can't be I guess I should just recommend, if you can, listen to Get Over the Barrier or something. Yeah, Trails has great music, and I'm very excited for Kuro no Kiseki, and to play Hajimari no Kiseki, when that comes out. But apparently there's some good dungeon crawlers on the Switch. Now, on the topic of dungeon crawlers, Rocco, allow me to state something. I think dungeon crawlers as a concept are very cool, and I love that in Etrian Odyssey, you draw your own map. I'm bad at dungeon crawlers. I'm really bad at dungeon crawlers. I tried to play Etrian Odyssey Untold, the Millennium Girl, and I never get very far. It's like one of the only games that I actually downloaded onto my DS from the game store, instead of having a physical thingamajig. And I just can't... just can't conquer it. It's unconquerable. I'm kind of like, I don't think I could ever stream a game like that because I would be so scared of just failing over and over again. It's the same reason why I'm concerned about doing something like Final Fantasy Tactics or something like that. There are so many games. Typically games with more strategic bent that I am not good at, but think are so rad. So it's a constant struggle. It's a constant struggle because, like, oh, this game, it has such good aesthetics, such good soundtrack, a good plot, everything I want, everything I need. Oh no, the gameplay, I can't overcome the gameplay. Even though I like the gameplay, I'm bad at the gameplay. Hi. I did okay with Shining Force, but Shining Force seemed to be rather low difficulty. I mean, I basically just kind of powered through Shining Force. Hello. I basically just powered through Shining Force. I didn't use all that much tactical energy. Like, I didn't have to use much brain power. I just went for it. Like, some of the members of my main team were useless, pretty much. Am I good at FF Tactics? No. Do I love FF Tactics? Yes, of course. Sword in hand, a warrior clutches stone to breast. I love it. And I love Advanced, and I love Tactics Advanced too. Am I bad at all these games? Yes, I'm the worst. I'm horrible. I'm abysmal. Yeah, Shining Force is great since you can't game over in it. You say Ken carry, but in the last boss, in the final boss battle, we didn't have Ken. Playing FFT, it's escapism, it's not healthy. Oh, Shinhai Loose, you naive individual. You've fallen for the trap. It's Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced that has Ramza and escapism. Tactics is a different beast entirely. Whether or not March was right, I don't know. Favorite Advanced Tactics games class? In terms of classes added, I guess it would be because it is added. I choose I choose Green Mage because Green Mage have cute berets. Green mages have cute berets, and and green is an excellent color, and there should be a green mage in like other stuff. Have I played Revenant Wings? No. At one time, I thought I was I actually thought that I was engaging in a trade in primary school for a numbered Final Fantasy game for, like, I think it was 3 or 4 or something. But it turned out that it was 12-2 Revenant Wings that the kid was giving me in exchange for what I was giving him, and he just couldn't read Roman numerals. But I didn't actually get it. I think I called it off because of that. Because I didn't want to play 12-2. I feel like I'd have to clear 12 first before I wanted to play Revenant Wings. But yeah, technical games intimidating you, Cliff, I get it. I am also more of an Unger kind of guy. I just want to do character action, which is why I'm like, but like I also enjoy JRPG mechanics. So which is why I super like stuff like 7 Remake, and I'm really looking forward to Final Fantasy 16, and why I'm hyped that Trails is also moving to that kind of mix of action and JRPG. I was in primary school when it came out. Well, I mean, let's be real here. Let's be real here, okay? Let's be real here. Alright? Let's be real here. Let there be no secrets between us. Revenant Wings came out in 2007. Or rather, yeah. 2007, 2008. So, like, saying it like it came out in 2008, that's still 12 years ago. Wait, no, 13 years ago. That's 13 years ago. Play Monster Hunter, my man. I've been playing some Rise. Sorry, not Rise. Ugh, that's the new one. Ignore me. I've been playing some World. I've been playing some Monster Hunter World, but I'm bad at it, and it's really hard to keep. Monster Hunter is actually a similar game, it's always been a similar game to those kinds of strategic games, like Final Fantasy Tactics and such, where I think it's really cool, and conceptually it's really cool, and aesthetically it's really cool, and I'm also really bad at it. Yeah. But yeah, I'm bad at Monster Hunter. Expect nothing from me, like, when it comes to Monster Hunter. Like, I'd love to play Monster Hunter, like, on stream sometime, but I'm really bad, so you're all gonna make fun of me. And how do I feel about the Tales series? I've only played Tales of Berseria, and Tales of Berseria has a special place in my heart because it was where I made the connection that, oh, JRPGs are anime. Because it had that anime opening and all that. It was the first JRPG I played where it had an opening cutscene. Good to hear that, Meiji. Good to hear that, Meiji. We're just chatting. We're Zatsudaning. But yes, Berseria is a fun one. Super fun, had a really fun party. I didn't really care for the gameplay, but the story was nice. And it had a fantastic opening. Burn by Flo. No, Cliff. Knowing you and your sense of aesthetics, hopefully as well as I do, I think Berseria might be up your alley. I think you would really vibe with it. I mean, you straight up reminded me of, when I first saw you, Cliff, you straight up reminded me of one of the party members of Berseria, Aizen. I was like, oh, wow. Aizen's a VTuber now. But yeah, it's Berseria was great. Berseria was a great experience, and then I went on to play more like anime-esque JRPGs, having grown up on Final Fantasy and its continued attempts to lean into hyperrealism. Yeah. It would be a coincidence, but it's a cool one because Aizen is cool and you're cool. You're two cool blonde dudes. Yes. Aizen is indeed a Chad. Secret underground tunnels. Oh, that party is so good. That party is one of the best JRPG parties I've ever encountered. Because they are in essence a family unit. They are constructed as like a family unit. Your favorite first serious JRPG was Bravely Default. I don't know what would make that a bad choice because I've never played Bravely Default. I don't know what would, I just don't know enough about it to know what would, I'm interested now. I thought, Bravely Default seems to have been, widely acclaimed. It's a bad first pick. Ah, I see. It's for longtime fans and such. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Cliff, it's amazing to hear of someone getting filtered by any JRPG. I should take a crack at that. I should take a crack at Bravely Default. I should definitely take a crack at it now, especially since it has jobs. See, there again, it all comes back to the DS. Bravely Default is DS, isn't it? It all comes back to the DS. Super strong machine when it comes to lineup. I'm not gonna sell Cliff. Look at me. Sell something in a JRPG? You're insane. What if I need it later? Just grind for money. With sell items? What nonsense speak is this? No, 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 no. Hoard everything. Hoard everything and never use them. Never use any items. Because what if you need them later? Yeah, that's a very common JRPG mentality, and I'm as victim to it as everything else. Honestly, it's all about balance. It's all about balance. You need to understand that you shouldn't. You should be fine with using items, but also you shouldn't sell items. You shouldn't sell items. I'm genuinely against selling items. Because you can just acquire money by beating up monsters and get experience at the same time. Oh yeah, limited inventory space is also the issue that I have with Legend of Dragoon, which is otherwise a fantastic game, and one of the arguments for the PlayStation 1 being one of the best machines of, like, compared to the DS when it comes to game selection. Because the inventory in Legend of Dragoon has limited slots. And items are also the only way you can cast magic outside of Dragoon magic, which requires you to be in Dragoon form. Oh, I really love Legend of Dragoon though. It's a good game. That like many JRPGs I love, I have never beaten because I am a filthy casual. Ah, yes. In Trails, you just have 1,000,000 Zerum capsules by the end, and you just destroy the final boss with S-crafts. I'm right there with you. Account. Insta-killing bosses with items. I mean, insta-killing bosses has never seemed very fun to me. The whole purpose of a boss is for you to fight it, isn't it? I will say, I really like JRPGs rather, where combat is super fun. Like Trails, where, like, the execution is very satisfying, or like, 7 Remake, or something like that, where the action elements make it super cool, like, super satisfying to fun, where there's, like, a real tactile feedback. Of course, you can't go wrong with some good characters, good storytelling, and especially, above all, good music. Overhealing bosses to death in FF7, let's go. Actually, I'm streaming FF7 tomorrow, if any of you have seen my schedule. If any of you are familiar with that. I'm streaming Final Fantasy VII New Threat, which is a rebalance mod. That should be interesting, because I've cleared FF7 Vanilla, but I've never tried New Threat, so it'll be interesting to see how that all pans out. Should make it more tactical. I have not played Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden. I have not. I wonder where I got that idea. Yeah, Shinhua Hylos. I wonder where I got the idea to play a Final Fantasy rebalance mod. I can't think of it. No. It's because of Corpse. It's because of the excellent and inestimable Corpse channel, who has been playing Final Fantasy VI Brave New World. Can I plug? Is that a thing I can do? Can I just plug Corpse? I'm always worried. Like I gush about other VTubers a lot, but I'm always worried about like correctly plugging them, and if like that's okay and if that's allowed and all that kind of stuff. I worry a lot about a lot of things. I guess I will. Okay. I can post links in my own chat. Oh hey, it's Corpse. Corpse, I'm going to plug you now on account of the fact that you are doubly excellent and amazing compared to me. Like, it's not even a competition. That's Corpse. That's the links to Corpse, who is simply a fantastic streamer and fantastic VTuber with excellent taste in pretty much all areas. And a wonderful, wonderful attitude and personality. So please, if you haven't already, checked out Corpse, please check out Corpse. She's been doing Final Fantasy VI, Brave New World, which is a rebalance mod for FF6 that turns it into a really strategic experience. Yes, corpse love, corpse love. Cliff, I get it. Cliff, I get it. You're like, oh, I can't talk to corpse. Corpse is too cool. But also, Cliff, buddy, you're also super cool. And I bet and I know that like everyone else knows that you're cool. So like, by all means, like, what I'm saying is that cool VTubers need to like be less afraid of each other and not be intimidated. Do I recommend these rebalance mods? Well, from what I've seen in FF6 Brave New World, I think I can recommend that. I think I can recommend that as an interesting experience. Final Fantasy VII New Threat, I've never played it before, so I'm going to withhold my recommendation on that for now. But yes, it's oh wait. No, my brain is gone. Anyway, so yes, Final Fantasy VII is a really good game, and something that was my introduction to games, and something that is just it hits really hard. It hits really hard. The story, the characters, the music, the gameplay. FF7 is just an amazing experience, and my favorite, well, not my favorite Final Fantasy, that's Final Fantasy VIII. But it's a close, probably a close second, maybe 10, but I'm quite excited to see how they, I think the big thing with the rebalances is making enemies more difficult, maybe. Oh, you should though, you should. It's just, I'll save my gushing on the topic of FF7 for tomorrow, shall I? We'll table that for now. But yeah, there are not just FF7, not just Legend of Dragoon. There are so many good games on the PlayStation 1. The old spinny disc machine. That only needed to have Metal Gear Solid 1, Crash Bandicoot, and Spyro. Vagrant Story. It also had Vagrant Story. And if you don't know about Vagrant Story, I'm definitely gonna stream Vagrant Story sometime, because Evilist Alliance. Yep. I love Square Enix too much. Hello. I love Square Enix way too much, guys. I grew up with Square Enix. Not Squaresoft, but Square Enix, because by the time I became aware of Square Enix, they were Square Enix and not Squaresoft. But I grew up playing Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy, and oh boy. No, I've never played Live Alive, actually. I've never played Live Alive. I suppose I should one of these days. There's so many classic JRPGs that I need to jump on. I want to play what is it? The Western one. Is it Wild Arms? Googling to see if I am correct. Yes, Wild Arms. I should play some Wild Arms sometime. Not to mention how I want to use the Sega Genesis. Why do I love JRPGs so much? They're not streaming. Like they're not like that good for streaming. So I've got to space them out and not like focus on them too much. But As for Ff8 Meiji, junctioning is pretty simple. What you want is, there's two things to keep in mind. First off, you want to junction 100 of the magic for the maximum effect, and second off, you want powerful magic with also good compatibility with the stat. Like, curative magic is better for defense stats, like Curaga is gonna put your HP way higher than Fire-Aga if you junction it to HP. Fire is more of an offensive one, so it works better on strength than something like your spirit or vitality. Now, You want to junction. What you want to do is you want to grind up your GFs, okay? Because you want to focus on acquiring new junction, like new junctions to do. So you can, and then once you have enough GFs, or you will be able to junction magic to every stat for every character. Yes, keeping your HP in critical to spam limits, and that is why I know that Irvine Kineas is the coolest dude, because Irvine Kineas' shot limit break is so cool. Irvine is so cool. Irvine is so cool. Irvine is so cool. Irvine Kineas is the final party member you get in Final Fantasy VIII, and he's also the best bro in, like, any Final Fantasy. He's so good. Yes! His poses when he does his limits are so stylish, and also, one of the very first scenes with him, alright? Everybody is in this governor's mansion, okay? Everybody in the party is in this governor's mansion. And they are, you know, they're there to meet with that governor about a plot to do a thing. Alright, that's not important. But listen. Irvine. Okay, like they're all just waiting. They're all just waiting, right, for the guy to come back in. And to actually meet with him. And Irvine sits in in the governor's chair. Is that a high bar? I mean, just like any kind of dude that isn't the protagonist is basically what I'm saying. I mean, there are some great guys. Orin and Waka, Barrett, Steiner. Just like a lot of great guys, But and even an 8, Zell. But listen, Irvine is sitting in the governor's chair, and then when the governor, when he next decides to move from the chair, I think because the governor comes in or not, or when they're talking about the plan, he straight up leaps from the chair, like he's got his feet up on the desk. He's sitting in the governor's chair. He leaps from the chair without his feet touching the floor, and just leaps straight over the desk, landing feet first over the desk, lands feet first in front of the desk, and then just leans back and leans on the desk. He's so cool! And he wears a cowboy hat and a great coat, and he's got a big gun. He's so cool. He's so cool. He's so cool. Irvine is the coolest, and never left my party for a moment. Irvine and, well, except for the end battle. The first time I fought Ultimecia, when I fought Ultimecia, I fought him with Squall and Renoa and Irvine, but, fought her with Squall, Renoa, and Irvine. And she has this thing where she vanishes party members that die to the rift, because you get a random party member selection. So I deliberately let party members die, so it would just be the ones that I liked. And then I accidentally let Irvine be dead too long, and he got sucked away. So it was just Squall and Renoa against the final boss. Yes, Final Fantasy characters showing up in Kingdom Hearts 2 is still pretty... I mean, that's what they do, them Final Fantasy characters, except in Kingdom Hearts 3, where, basically they don't show up at all, which is... I don't like that. I don't like that fact. Oh, yeah, I know, right? Account, it was so romantic. Squall and Renoa fighting the final boss together. It was so romantic. I love those two. They're... Oh... I'm a sucker for a romance, so Final Fantasy VIII really gets me. That one scene in... I don't want to spoil. Oh, I don't want to spoil too much. But that one scene that has like an FMV. I mean, KH3 is so-so. He's referencing his own game. I mean, yeah, that's because Orin is weird, because he has a similar role. But yeah. Oh yes, Eyes on Me is such a good FF song. I sung it for karaoke. Did Eyes on Me win an Emmy, really? I didn't realize. Alright. I'm just gonna mute my music real quick, mortals. This is my story. I mean, that's interesting because in FF10 it starts with Auron telling Tidus, "This is your story," so it's a different beast. I really liked Auron in Kingdom Hearts. I never sang my songs on the stage on my own. I never said my words, wishing they would be heard. I saw you smiling at me. Was it real or just my fantasy? You'd always be there in the corner of this tiny little bar. Oh, it's such a good song. It's such a good song. I just had to sing a bit of it. Sorry for interrupting the background track. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Is it bad that you resonate with 1,000 words a lot? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not, Meiji. 1,000 words is great. Let me sing a bit from that too. If I can find the lyrics anywhere. I've never played Final Fantasy X-2 long enough to get to 1,000 words, but I have listened to 1,000 words a lot of times. A lot of times. I don't have a lot of confidence in this because I haven't sung it before, but I might as well go for it while we've got the background music muted. I know that you're hiding things, using gentle words to shelter me. Your words were like a dream, but dreams could never fool me. Not that easily. I can't sing it good. But it's such a have never been spoken. They'll fly to you, crossing over the time and distance, holding you suspended on silver wings. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. I actually I didn't put it on. I didn't like put on the song just then and mute my desktop audio or anything. I'm just singing from memory. So apologies. But I really like it. I really like it. Anyway, I'll put the background music on now. Anyway. 1,000 words is so good. I want to sing. I honestly want to sing. I'm really like getting to the point where I just want to schedule a karaoke stream. I'm getting to the point where I just want to schedule a karaoke stream and just do that. And have a karaoke stream and then follow it up with just chatting. But the thing about that is I've already been like, okay, so for 200 followers, subscribers, whatever, 200 people, I'll do a karaoke stream. So now I'm wondering, what do I replace that with if I just start doing karaoke streams? Because if I start doing karaoke streams, I'll just start doing karaoke streams and not stop. Because there'll be no pressure to make it special. Just do it for 150? The urge for gorilla karaoke is inevitable. You're right, Corpse. I can't resist. I just wanna I wanna do something special, and I get maybe a themed karaoke or something for 200. But I do wanna just put just a fun messing around karaoke stream on JRPG songs. I mean that's a pretty wide net. That's a wide net. I mean, I could do a karaoke out of just Trail songs, honestly. You know. I'll remember you and Golden Will, Silver Wings. Oh wait, no, sorry, Golden Wings, Silver Will. Anyway, video game soundtrack songs. Again, a wide net, a wide net, a wide net. I feel it should be a narrower net if it's special. I actually had the I actually wanted to maybe do like because Kingdom Hearts should be coming out on PC soon, and I'd like to schedule a lot of Kingdom Hearts streams to go through those games. And I was thinking maybe doing, like, while I'm streaming it, doing a themed Kingdom Hearts karaoke to, like, to fit in with that, which would be stuff like Simple and Clean and My Sanctuary and stuff like that, but also just Disney songs. Which, you know, I've got a fair bit of experience singing. No, oh boy. But yeah, Trails is great. The only, like, oh man, oh boy, Trails is great. Okay. Basically, I really like JRPGs. I guess that's what I'm saying. I really like JRPGs. Oh boy. Do you know the Mickey Mouse March? Well, it's the background theme for Disney Castle in Kingdom Hearts 2, right? So, though I'm not familiar, well, so I guess I only know the sound. I don't know the lyrics. How does it go again? Bum 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 bum. I can't do it while there's music playing. I can't remember the background theme for Disney Castle. But if there's lyrics to the Mickey Mouse March, I don't know. But yeah, I'm also excited to see what the modding community does for the PC releases. I'm wondering if there might be some DRM that'll really scupper that. I don't know how that all works. But I'm very excited to just do some of the old KH. Why bother on seeing Mickey Mouse wearing the organization hoodie? The organization cloaks are cool. The organization cloaks are cool! I can't wait to gush about the organization when I stream Kingdom Hearts 2. Oh. And I can just grind data rematches for eternity. Yes! Critical data rematches, let's go! By the way, I will only be playing on the hardest difficulties of each Kingdom Hearts game that I play on stream. Because I do have some pride. No, not level 1, not critical level 1. I can't no-hit Marluxia, especially, no. Yeah, I know I missed out on some good 80s, 90s stuff. Not all of it, but some of it. It's not my fault that 80s, 90s stuff happened before I was really around. I'm a child of the 2000s. Destiny Island only, level up to level 99. Funny that you should say that, Meiji. Funny that you should say that. I'm not proposing to do that on stream, but I do have a story to share with you. Let me tell you the anecdote of Destiny Islands, and I think I've told this on stream one time before, but basically, when I was a little tyke, because my mum got me Kingdom Hearts 1 because it was apparently a game for kids. It had the ratings and all that. But when I played it as a little tyke, Shadows was super scary. The basic Heartless was super scary. Dark Side was super scary. Kingdom Hearts was super scary. Like the Heartless was super scary to fight. I was so scared. So once I got to the Destiny Islands section, right? I didn't want to proceed past the second day where, you know, Night of Fate starts playing and shadows pop up everywhere, and then it's Traverse Town after that where there's more shadows and more Heartless that, like, it's also scary. So what I did was I would come home after school each day, boot it up, and just play Destiny Islands. I would just fight Tidus, Selphie, and Waka over and over again. I would just fight Tidus, Selphie, and Waka over and over and over and over and over again, and Riku too, and also race with him. And that's all I would do. I got pretty good at them. I'm not good at them anymore. But that's what I do. Because Kingdom Hearts Heartless, the basic Heartless, Shadow Heartless, were too scary for me. I didn't want to go through that scene. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Meiji, you get it. I was scared. It made me like, it was probably part of what made me scared of the dark, because I expected Shadow Heartless to pop up and get me. So I always had to have a nightlight. Oh. But yes. So that's why. So I just spent a heck of a lot of time on Destiny Islands. I developed a crush on Selphie because I was a little kiddo, and yeah, it was a long time. It was a long time until I fully started playing Kingdom Hearts for real. I got back into it and I got Kingdom Hearts 2 in days. And when did I stop having a nightlight? I'm gonna say... I know I had it after I changed rooms, but... Okay, so I'm gonna say maybe 14, 15? Yes, dusks in Kingdom Hearts 2 were much spookier, but by that time I had gotten, nerves of steel. So when I was like a 10-year-old or 11-year-old, I was brave enough to just to be able to deal with dusks easily. Yeah, it was just an orange square that prevented it from being completely dark. I am now not scared of the dark as long as I am in bed. If I'm in bed, then I'm not scared of, like the darkness doesn't scare me because I can just close my eyes and pretend it's not there. But, and if I have a monitor on, then I'm not scared of the dark in my own room, which is very helpful. Ah, dancers one-shotting you on critical. Ooh, dancers. I don't want to dance, water dance. Ah, but Rocco, the darkness on the inside of your eyelids is different. I'm not scared of that darkness. Don't even joke about that, Shin Hyliz. Don't even joke about that. That's scary. That's scary. No, don't joke about that. But I love how nobodies are named after job classes. I shouldn't gush too much. I'll gush plenty about that when I'm playing Kingdom Hearts. Mario. No. Hold on. Nobody. What if there's a horror game on your monitor in the dark? There will never be a horror game on my monitor, because I will never have a horror game installed on this machine. I will never have one running. If you think that I will ever play a horror game on purpose, or not under duress, you are extremely mistaken. Scary games are scary, and I'm never going to play them. The organization members aren't exactly classes themselves, but they do, evoke certain aspects of their classes. Phasmo, yeah, no. Phasmophobia can put a sock in it. I'm never gonna play it. I have fought 4 penalty matches in order to avoid playing Phasmophobia, and I have won all of them. And honestly, I don't understand why I'm the only one getting challenged to these things, just because people want to see me suffer. But yeah, no. I actually have, I think the next one is against Charlotte Kuma for Pokemon Showdown, which is concerning to me because I'm not good at Pokemon. Oh boy. I'm really gonna have to bone up for that one. I'm gonna focus. I gotta gird myself and just study Pokemon, and assemble a good team, and not lose. Yeah, no. You challenged to watch the... I mean, were they at least good packs, Meiji? I hope you got good pulls. I am not very bullyable. I'm not very bullyable at all. It's well, what was it again? It's OU, but it's National Dex. It's National Dex OU. I gotta start team building. I'm probably going to consult the 4 corners of the globe on assistance, and see if I can reach out to some people who can secretly help me prep, because, listen, this ain't a joke. This ain't some sort of goof. I really don't want to play Phasmophobia, and I will do anything to avoid it. So, I must crush without mercy. Whew. I'm scared. I am more intimidated. I'm honestly more intimidated by this challenge than any of the ones before me. I knew I was gonna win. Listen, I figured I had a good shot on Tekken against Shimada Tiger. I mean, I knew I was gonna win Age of Empires against Fel. I thought I had a good shot at Shimada Tiger with Tekken. I knew I was gonna win 100% orange juice because luck will always side with me. And Arippy was kind enough to let me pick the game for the 4th match, so I knew I was gonna win that time. Hope I'm familiar with Megas, Z-Moves, and Dynamax, because they're all in Nat decks. Not Dynamax, actually. I've never played Gen, what is it, 8? I've never played Sword and Shield. I mean, I knew I'd win. I knew I'd win. It's that easy. That simple. But yeah. I've never Dynamaxed, but I have used Z-Moves, because I've beaten the Elite Four in Sword and Shield, or sorry, of Sun and Moon. And, Megas from Alpha Sapphire and, or Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. So, here's the deal. Let me let you in on a little secret, mortals. You want to know the first... Guess which Pokemon game I first defeated the Elite Four in. Guess which Pokemon game was the first one I ever completed. And know that I have played Pokemon since the Gen 1 on the Game Boy Color. Though I haven't played all gens. I haven't played all gens, but my first Pokemon game was Blue on a Game Boy Color. Alright, guesses for Emerald. Gen 3, which is also, you know, same deal. Black, White, Crystal? It is time to reveal... Alpha Sapphire. The first time I beat a Pokemon game, it was Alpha Sapphire, which would be Gen 6. I didn't beat a Pokemon game until I was nearly an adult. Yeah. Pokemon Pearl was my childhood Pokemon. Like I played a lot of, like, as a really young kid, I played a lot of Blue and Yellow. But I had Pearl on the DS and I played a lot of that, and I got to the Elite Four one time, but then my older brother saved over it, so that really discouraged me. But yeah, I'm a very casual Pokemon player, but I only, like, after Pearl, I didn't get back into it until Alpha Sapphire. And when I did Alpha Sapphire, I did a bird Pokemon only run and beat the Elite Four, because at this point I was now a teenager and I knew how to play games. Oh, and let me tell you, beating Cynthia, very satisfying. Getting into the Hall of Fame for the very... Wait, sorry. Let me explain. After that, I went back and played Pearl. Went back and played Pearl and finally beat the Elite Four. Like, that's the memory I have that is most important to me. Because Alpha Sapphire Elite Four is a joke. It was very easy. Probably the most difficult Elite Four I've gone up against was Cynthia's Elite Four in Pearl. And I was so happy to finally get an Elite Four in the team, like a team into the Hall of Fame in the game that I loved as a kid. Yeah, Pearl was fun. I loved Pokemon Pearl, and I loved underground. I loved the underground like tunnels and mining and that kind of stuff. And I loved the music of Sinnoh, and I loved. You know, all the locations. Floroma Town is literally just a town full of flowers. How can you not jive with that? I want to be the gym leader of Floroma Town. I know they're a town and not a city, but... And you could just have flower-themed Pokemon. There's enough grass types. What are you doing in Eternia City? Eternia City. I can't remember the name of the grass-type gym leader. But the point is, move to Floroma Town and have a bunch of flower-themed Pokemon. There's enough grass types for that to work. Have, like, Combi in there, too. Oh, wait, but that's insect. Gardenia, yes. I quite like her. Although when it comes to gym leaders of Gen 4, my favorite is Candace. Actually, my favorite Pokemon game is probably Pokemon Ranger Shadow of Almia, which I had a super fun time with. Okay. I actually kind of, No, that's not a story I should tell. I'll not tell it. But I really like Pokemon Ranger Shadow of Almia. It's genuinely just a wonderful game, and I like playing Pokemon Ranger. I mean, the thing about gym leaders is that early ones are kind of pushovers. Although that's explained in Pokemon The Origin with Have I played Snap? No. I'm very excited for the remake and possibly playing that. Or another remake, the sequel. Whatever it is. The new Pokemon Snap. Actually, wait, no. I think I may have technically played Snap. There was a place that, when I was very young, there was a place that had a bunch of play equipment. You could take your kids there to play on the play equipment. And also they had a range of Nintendo 64s with Pokemon Stadium and also Pokemon Snap and also Yoshi's Island or Yoshi's World or whatever on them. I mean, there's more monster collecting games. You know what? Honestly, I'd like to play some Digimon. I'm still waiting on Digimon Survive. Please, please give me Digimon Survive. I'm waiting here. Bah. Monster Rancher. Have I played Digimon Cyber Sleuth? I've played some. It's not particularly gripping. Cyber Sleuth isn't particularly gripping. And however, if they happen to release a Digimon game that has Bancho Lilymon in it, I will buy it without hesitation. I need to play more. I want to play Digimon World 1 because I've never played Digimon World 1. And I feel like Digimon World 1 would be a very interesting game to play for the first time ever. Because I've not played a Digimon World game. I've played Digimon World Dawn, but Digimon World Dawn is actually not a world game. It's a Digimon story game, like Cyber Sleuth. Oh, Meiji, you googled Bancho Lilymon. Excellent. Yes, the reason you have not seen Bancho Lilymon's design is because Bancho Lilymon is not in anything yet. She just kind of is, and is amazing, and also is the best Digimon ever conceived by man or god. Like, she's so good. Bancho slash Sukeban aesthetics are very good, and putting it on Lilymon, who was already the best Digimon of the original Digidestined, is excellent. It's simply excellent. There's no getting around that. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. When it comes to Digimon, you want Bancho Lilymon. It's a shame that in the way of cute Digimon, Tamers, despite being the best Digimon show, didn't have too many cute Digimon. Like, original Digimon had Lilymon and Anjuwamon. But, Tamers just has... yeah? I mean, Marine Anjumon is cute in a kind of, like, you know, mascot character way. But mostly the Digimon in Tamers are cool types. Like, Gargamon, Terriermon, and what's the name of the? I know it's Rapidmon for the ultimate. Is it Mecha or Metal? I think it's Mecha Gargamon for the Mega. Oh, why am I such a? I'm such a dweeb. Wait, no, I can never admit that publicly. Get yourself together, Carmine. Snap to it. Mortals. I am a great and powerful being. I'm not a dweeb. I'm not a dweeb. I'm not. Nope. Renamon I was never that much interested in. Like, Rika is cooler than Renamon. Like, Renamon's kind of like okay as a character. Now, though, if you wanna talk about good characters and tamers, there's only Beelzemon, there's 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 Beelzemon, Beelzemon, also known as Impmon, also known as the best character ever conceived in Digimon. What's really cool is that... Okay, listen. Do you all know Derek Stephen Prince? I think that's his name. My reading of Daizare was pretty great. It was honestly a very fun chapter. I quite enjoyed it. But I don't wanna spoil anything if you're gonna start it soon. Have fun with that, by the way. Yes, just yeah, Derek Stephen Prince. That's the one. That's the guy. Meiji. I'm pretty sure. Because Impmon, okay, so Demi-Devimon when we're talking about dubbed Digimon, Demi-Devimon in Adventure, Ken Kenichi Joji or the Digimon Emperor in Digimon Adventure Road 2, and Impmon/Beelzemon in Tamers are all voiced by the same guy. And if you'll note, two of those guys have amazing character arcs. And the guy's just a generally fantastic voice actor. I remember playing Danganronpa 2 for the first time, right? And hearing Fuyuhiko, who is also voiced by the same individual, and going, "Oh my god, it's Kenichi Joji, it's the Digimon Emperor, oh my god." Yeah, pretty much, yeah. His characters are cool across the board, yes. Especially considering Fuyuhiko from Danganronpa 2 is one of them. But do I have any opinion on Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, card games while racing motorcycles? Going fast makes me feel alive. My heart beats in hyperdrive. Do you think you can win or if I lose? Just let destiny choose. Ah, da 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 da. Ah, yes, card games on motorcycles is great. I've actually streamed Digimon World Tournament. Once or twice, I think, I streamed Digimon World Tournament 2010, I think. Over the not over the Nexus, Sign of Arcadia or whatever. But the point is that I've I love Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D. It's not my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Because that's GX. Because I love GX so much. But 5Ds is just incredible. Even if I've only seen like up to the end of the Dark Signers arc, it's card games, it's motorcycles, it's got speed duels, it's got cool Yusei. It's pretty rad. 5Ds is just rad. When I watched it as a kid, I was like, I want a dual runner. Oh, you can't say "Get your game on" to me without me singing. Game on, get your game on. Come on now, gotta play your cards right. GX is fantastic, and was also one of the first subbed anime I ever watched on account of the fact that they didn't dub the 4th season, and I loved it so much I was willing to brave the yet unknown at the time realm of subbed anime on my own. It was one of the first ones I watched like on my own, purely on my own. So when it comes to Japanese openings of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, I only know Precious Time, Glory Days, da ba da ba da da da, Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Keep holding on. You know, Psychic Lover. I'll give. Oh wait, I've also technically heard. I think Teardrop by Bowl, because that was the like what played at like Dueling Network's login screen for a while. But just those two. I'll give it a try. Ninja Guy Danny, I'll give it a try sometime. But yeah, I really love GX, and I love Jaden Yuki, and he's a fantastic character, and I love how the core of his character is this. It's a card game. We play it to have fun. And it's that, and how his interaction with that idea, and how he progresses, and how it's constantly the relationship between him and idea, whether he loses sight of it or rediscovers it, and how he like inspires it in others. I love me some Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, basically. I love it. 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 This is the kind of stuff. This is the kind, like, my childhood was watching stuff like this on sites and like YouTube and stuff, watching Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh! That had already been out for ages. Do you know? You want to know how many times I watched the Dungeon Dice Monsters arc of the original Yu-Gi-Oh? I would say double digits numbers I have watched that arc. I haven't even seen Yu-Gi-Oh! The original series like all the way through. I stopped after, you know, like the 3rd season, but I've watched me an awful lot of Dungeon Dice Monsters. Yeah, oh yeah, Power Bond blowing your mind back then. Oh my god, Power Bond. Power Bond. Oh, the special Cyber Dragon polymerization like mecha. Oh my god. Oh, those were the days. Power creep is really something. Just read the manga. The manga for Yu-Gi-Oh! Is different from the anime though. Oh, speaking of the manga though, I've read the manga for Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0. You know, before like Yu-Gi-Oh! Proper was about duel monsters. I've read the original manga when it was just death games with the spirit of an Egyptian pharaoh, with Yami Yugi. I've read about you know, Jonochi using the 1-inch punch on a goon, like with a can of soda and a scorpion. Maybe that's a different game, but and there's also they played Russian roulette with Mokaba with meals with like dishes, Russian roulette dinner. Not to mention capsule monsters, games of laser tag, like anything could be turned into a game. Oh, and especially the RPG arc, the tabletop RPG arc with Bakura as Dungeon Master, and it's Yami Bakura. I think it's called, what is it called? Dungeon World or something like that? It's really good. Oh, you would compare Season 0 to Kaiji. That's actually interesting, because for the longest time I hadn't read Kaiji, but then I watched Kaiji, and then I read Kaiji after that, and that's how I got into Mahjong. But the point is, now that you make that comparison, oh boy, like that's really true. That's really true. It is similar to Kaiji in the gambling, and the stakes, and the tension. Kaiji is so good. Kaiji is so good to read. I love One Poker. I love One Poker so much. Like, oh, it's such a long arc about like what would have, like, if you just observed the events and it just in the occurring in the game. It's not that long, right? But it's about it's about what happens outside of the game. It's also within it. It's really good. It's really good. And even stuff that's in the anime. The King vs Slave game, like the E-Card is amazing. E-Card is glorious. For sure. Kaiji is I think the mangaka of Kaiji is one of the experts in the genre of that kind of tension. Yeah, I know, right? It starts with rock, paper, scissors of all things, But Restricted RPS is an amazing arc. Kaiji is a glorious gamble story. Like the gambling manga are great. You've got your Kaiji, you've got your gamble fish, all that kind of stuff. It's right there. It's right up there with Death Game stuff for me. Like Alice in Borderland and stuff like that. I love that kind of storytelling where those games and gambles. Have I seen Get a Robo High? I have not. I have not. It's apparently about Mahjong. Interesting. I myself am not that good at Mahjong, but I enjoy the game greatly. And I discovered it entirely... Listen, if you want to know how good Kaiji is, the first arc that hasn't been... I have not seen Akagi. The first arc of Kaiji that isn't animated yet is a Mahjong arc. It's Minefield Mahjong, 17 Steps. And I read that arc after moving from the anime. I read that arc, which is like 100 chapters at least, or something. It's a large number of chapters. I read that entire arc not knowing how to play Mahjong. I walked in with no knowledge of how to play Mahjong. And it was a thoroughly gripping experience the entire time. It was a white knuckle nail biter. That's how good the creator of Kaiji is at making a gripping story and gripping gambits and, you know, plans and counter plans and tension and character. It's just. I mean, it only teaches you that what's relevant to it only gives you the basics of what's relevant to the game. I genuinely did not know too much about, I was still kind of confused. It was all about the feeling. I didn't know exactly what mechanically a Ron was, but when a Ron happened, I knew. It was just an explosion. The anime really captures that. I feel like the anime really captures just how the tension and the massive release of tension. Oh, another good gambling manga. Since we were talking about Kaiji, and we were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh, and we were talking about, I mentioned Gamblefish, I also want to say Liar Game. Liar Game. I really love Liar Game. Musical chairs in Liar Game is fantastic. The airport game was okay, but I really like that one. But also I like gambling manga and gaming manga and death game manga. I guess what happens was I first discovered stuff like death game manga and then worked like Jinro game and Alice in Borderland, and then worked backwards and realized it wasn't the death that was getting. Yes, Meiji Craft. Yes. I've read/watched one-outs. And as it happens, baseball is my favorite sport. So, even if, I'm not a sports person, so I don't even know all the rules to baseball. But it is still my favorite sport to watch, and One Outs is so excellent at being that exact kind of manga/anime, where it's just the mind games and the gambits and the... Oh, you got excellent taste, my guy, my dude, my bro. You've got such good taste. It's One Outs. I'm flipping. I'm literally flipping. I would actually flip if I knew how to do that. But yes, I highly recommend. I recommend everything I like, obviously, but I recommend all of these gambling manga that we've mentioned. Kaiji, original Yu-Gi-Oh, Gamblefish, Alice in Borderland, Liar Game, One Outs, all the good stuff. One Outs is amazing. One Outs is There's so much good media. There's so many good stories. There's so So many good things that mortals have created. I'm always in awe of the mortal realm, having created so much art. Great manga, great anime, great books, great movies, great video games. I quite enjoy it. I have no interest in the TV and adaptation of Alice in Borderlands, like I have no interest in the OVA of Alice in Borderlands. And that's because they change stuff. I don't like it. I don't like that they change stuff. I don't like the stuff that they change. I apparently, like, a friend has told me that the TV adaptation of Alice in Borderlands is even more egregious than the anime, the OVA, for, like, changing stuff. So I'm sticking with the manga, thank you. And Alice on Border Road, while not quite as good, is still a pretty interesting sequel to that. Because okay, I'll tell you why, Bone Miser, because they were like, no, the audiences won't like this or this or this, we've got to change it to make it more popular. And it's like, no, you fools! You fools! You fools! But yeah, I love Alice in Borderlands. You want to know what my favorite arc in Alice in Borderlands is? It's Five of Clubs, which is, oh, it's not Five of Clubs, King of Clubs, Jack of Clubs. I think it's King or Jack. It's the face card clubs game where it's a team game between two teams, and it's such a fantastic arc that I guess I can't gush without spoilers, so I'm gonna not. But basically, read Alice in Borderland. It's good. It's good. It's very good. Yuri on Ice is your favorite sports anime. I mean, figure skating is very much a cool sport. Not that you'd never see me try it. I am not nearly confident with skates or any kind of like I can't even roller skate pretty much. Yeah, Meiji Craft. Read Alice in Borderland. Read. I really recommend it. But yeah, no. When it comes to sports anime, it's definitely got to be one out because of its nature, and also baseball is my favorite sport. But yeah, figure skating is a cool sport. Oh, Tiger and Bunny. I never finished Tiger and Bunny. I only watched like the first couple of episodes, but I really liked it. Corporate sponsored superheroes? Yeah, that was a really cool. I mean, like the Blue Rose superhero that was sponsored by Pepsi, and Pepsi was involved in the creation of the first artificial Blue Rose, I think. It's like nods like that. I really like that, basically. I just thought, oh, corporate sponsored superheroes, super cool. Nice mix of you know, comic book tropes, and also, you know, more of a cyberpunk future, but not really. Like I don't know. It's an interesting take on realistic superheroes. I don't think that everything should be subverted. I think there's plenty of good stuff you can do just by having classic superhero stories, but also there are some interesting takes on realistic superheroes as well that you can appreciate without not being able to appreciate classic superhero storytelling. I kind of have mixed feelings on Worm, but Worm is an example of a big web novel that's about realistic super characters in a kind of a dour way. But yeah, Tiger and Bunny is a much more upbeat version of that. Speaking of superheroes, can you guess what is my favorite superhero models? What is my favorite comic book superhero? I promise you they're not obscure. This should be easily guessed. But oh man, there's a The Flash, Spider-Man, Batman, Ghost Rider, Deadpool, Green Lantern. Those guessing Batman have it. However, special shout out to Account who said Deadpool. While that's not actually the case, I don't like Deadpool all that much, I do really like the original run of Gwenpool. by Christopher Hastings, who also wrote the excellent Dr. McNinja. But yeah, no, it's Batman. It's Batman. It's I mean, it's got to be Batman, because while I'm not a big reader of comics, I do partake of a lot of you know, secondary sources, and you know, you've got the great Arkham games and stuff like that. Hell, Denizens, we don't really stick together. There's not a lot of love between people down here, Cliff. Personally, I never got what the big deal is with Ghost Rider. Why do people think he's even... Seems like a regular dude to me. Anyway. Batman is cool. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, Cherry Pie. Hey, hey. But... Batman is just really cool in... I like Batman, and Batman has a very well-known rogues gallery, which I think really helps. Yes, peak comic video adaptations. It helps that they use the... iconic voices of Batman and Joker from Batman the Animated Series, which is another fantastic thing. I mean, you've got Listen, you got Batman the Animated Series, you got Batman Mask of the Phantasm, you've got Batman Beyond, and you know the greatness that is Terry McGinnis and Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker, and like that kind of stuff like is in remember when people thought maybe we'll get a Batman Beyond Arkham game, that'll be really good, right? And we still haven't gotten it yet. Ugh. The Arkham games are really nice, and I'm kind of excited for Gotham Knights because co-op Arkham seems very fun. But I don't know. I don't know if it'll have. It might be the same gameplay wise, but I don't know if they'll be able to carry out the same story flair. I've never played Marvel vs. Capcom, but I feel like I would want to use Phoenix Wright. because apparently he's in there, which is excellent. But yeah, I was never big on superheroes growing up, but I did kind of eventually gravitate towards liking them. However, when it comes to comics, the best comic book series I've read is Knights of the Old Republic. Knights of the Old Republic, which is not a comic book adaptation of the story of Knights of the Old Republic, the video game, but Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, the comic is set a couple years beforehand, and it features the best Force user in the entirety of Star Wars canon, past, present, and future, Zane Carrick, who stands among characters like Vash the Stampede, as like my favorite ever. He's very in that vein of I've been gushing about stuff I like this entire time. So sorry, mortals. But yeah. Comics. Don't read that many of them, but what I have read, very good. Very good. Actually, speaking of Star Wars, since I just mentioned the KOTOR comics, a game that I beat recently was Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which was a very solid little experience. And I really liked in that game how basic Force powers are super important. Like there's a lot of gravitas associated with getting access to Force Push and Force Pull, which is a very different. It was precisely the right level of power level to use. Honestly, solid little game. I really liked it. There's a. Oh boy, I have the advantage of being siblings with somebody who knows way more about various settings than I do. So if I ever have a question about Star Wars setting, or like want to know, okay, so what's all the entirety of the deal with Thrawn, I can just ask. I haven't played Dark Forces. I've only played Jedi Academy bundle. But yeah, it's the basic Force powers have import to them. The protagonist isn't a guy with a lightsaber and a couple of questions, but he is he is kind of weak compared to, you know, protagonists of the movie kind of Jedis, which I really like. I really like that. So I'm a living encyclopedia. No, I live with a living encyclopedia. There's a living encyclopedia that I can speak to and acquire knowledge from, but only if that knowledge comes from the worlds of Star Wars or Lord of the Rings or something like that. If you want to get the, I mean, I've had the Tolkien, I've had like the complete Bible of Tolkien quoted at me. It probably does. It probably does. I remember like dabbling with. Actually, that reminds me. Apparently, a location from like the second season of Mandalorian. I was watching that with said individual, and he's got a like that's apparently a location from Dark Forces or Dark Forces 2. An Imperial base. It's very which is big if true. Why do I have an eye patch? Why do I have an eye patch? Because I am a cursed and powerful being, and this eye patch is sealing the eye that sees the world, that which sees the heart of all things. It's the all-seeing eye, you see. So, in order to limit myself and not have to see everything at all times, past, present, and future, and to make sure there's still the fog of the unforeseen that makes things fun, I seal it away with this eye patch, this mystic eye patch. After all, I am a cursed and powerful being, mortals. Yes. If I... Oh, Chunibyo. My power... I assure you, my powers are quite real. Chunibyo. Oh. To think that I am often described as such a thing. I assure you, my power is quite real. I am a cursed and powerful being with a demon seal within my right arm. Chosen by fate. Cursed by the world. But I'll not regale you with the sad tale of my existence, mortals. Anyway. Yeah, I don't think I've got much more to say on the subject of Star Wars. Although, well, I suppose I do. But, there's really not much I can say other than I really like the original trilogy. They're really good. And lightsabers are cool. I mean, obviously. They're swords of pure laser. What could be less cool than that? Any games you'd like to collab this April in an ideal world? Collab games. Well, I have been playing Monster Hunter World, which is multiplayer, but I don't know about collab games. I don't really have any like dedicated multiplayer experiences that have like online multiplayer that come to mind that I really wanna tackle. I'm trying to think because obviously growing up I mostly played single player games. Yeah, Vel, we're gonna do that. Don't worry. We're gonna finish a way out. It's been very fun so far. I've been collabing on the subject of multiplayer games. I've been collabing A Way Out with Velik, and it's been a very fun experience so far. But that one's that's literally a dedicated 2-player game. That's as multiplayer as you get, and it's very much not my typical wheelhouse. So it's been interesting. I mean. Because, like, I guess fighting games, but also the internet lag involved is painful. Just pain. Pain. I'd really like to play Final Fantasy V with someone, but I don't know how. But that's local co-op only on the PlayStation versions and such. So I don't know. Like Final Fantasy V, Final Fantasy VI, and Final Fantasy IX. For those of you who don't know, have co-op. Totally possible to do. How do you mean, Bunzel? How do you mean, Bunzel? What dark magic have you in store for me that would make that even remotely possible? Yeah, fighting games are very demanding. I've suffered under the yoke of bad internet for fighting games before. Would that I could just walk into an arcade and beat down on everyone. I see. Rollback or bust, boy? I actually don't know what rollback is. I genuinely don't know what rollback is. I've heard that the, I think they said that the new Tsukihime, the new Melty Blood, has rollback. But I don't know what that means. So, I very much don't know anything about the technical side of fighting games because I've never played at like a high level. Or like a serious level. I'm an amateur. Oh, thanks, Cliff. A specific method of lag compensation. You must compensate for the lag. Anyway, but yeah, oh, Deep Rock Galactic. Deep Rock Galactic I've had a little bit of fun with that game. Although it's kind of Deep Rock Galactic is very much a game that I have to play with other people because it's, you know, dark caves, scary spiders and stuff like that. Luckily it helps that you shoot them, which allays most of the fear. But, yeah, Deep Rock Galactic is something that's like a multiplayer game that I'd be totally cool for playing with people. Yeah. I think that's like all I've got for multiplayer games too. I'm really a big single player. Oh yeah, Vermintide. Have I played Risk of Rain? No. I have not. I have never. I don't know. Oh, actually, I don't know. I don't know about a Star Trek Bridge Crew collab, but I have that. Because I think I first have to find, like, other VTubers who like Star Trek. But yeah. Looking at my Steam library is depressing. I'm gonna stop doing that. Okay. But yeah, Vermintide. I've had some I've had some fun with. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have Pulsar, Bunzel. I'm pretty sure I have Pulsar. But I don't know. I haven't had a lot of fun with it so far in what I've played. So I don't know. So on the subject of Vermintide, and also on the subject of Warhammer, on the subject of Games Workshop, I have not got that much experience with Warhammer, but because it's all so cool, right? The Warhammer 40,000 lore is also very cool, but also the miniatures are tiny and you gotta paint them, and I'm bad at that. And I also once got suckered into paying $200 for an Age of Sigmar starter kit, and I'll be salty about it for the rest of time. I don't like Sigmarines. I don't like the Stormcast Eternals I was lumped with. Ugh. I wanted to get, like, this happened literally as soon as I was about to, like, I had a couple Harlequins, right? This was what, 2014? I was a youngin'. This was like 2014. I had some Harlequins. Age of Sigmar was like busting onto the scene. And they like, I was gonna get into fantasy. And I wanted to get some Skaven, but nope. Age of Sigmar. $200. And I bought a book. And I bought the book. I didn't just buy the starter kit. I remember now. I have the book. They released a book on launch that was about it, like about the first battle of the Age of Sigmar setting. I bought the book. Ugh. Yes, at least with Gunpla. I mean, like, they're so good at plying you with stuff in Games Workshop stores. Yeah, I assume Bridge Crew is on sale? Oh, that's neat if so. I've already got it, I'm pretty sure. But... yeah. Oof. Ugh. Age of Sigmar. I don't like it. Yeah, but I'm not trying to get people into it. I'm barely holding out. Like I'm barely holding up. Just doing solo stuff. Collabs are exhausting. And I'm not exactly like throwing myself at people being like, play games with me. I feel that's kind of pathetic of me. But yeah, I used to have a regular routine. I'd back in the days in which I did go regularly to a Games Workshop store. I would go to the game. I would every weekend, like every Sunday or so. I would go to the local mall, galleria, shopping center, or whatever you'd call it, and I'd go to the Games Workshop store, and I'd pick up a copy of White Dwarf, that week's issue of White Dwarf. And I would take it to the food court. I'd get myself some food. I'd read the White Dwarf as I ate. It was basically my my morning newspaper equivalent. And I'd read that, and then I've still got a collection of a couple of White Dwarfs from that era, like 2014. And then I'd go back into the Games Workshop and be like, oh yeah, what's going on? Yada yada, painting models, yada, playing games, yada yada yada. But yeah, also on the mention of Gunpla, Attenborough, Gunpla is not that usually cheap, because on addition to like having to buy it, and like even for the cheapest grade, which I think is high grade, the grade that my stuff is, even for that, I still have to pay for shipping and all that, because they're like nothing has Listen. I really want a high-grade Gundam portent. I really want that. I really want the Gundam portent. I want the kit for the Gundam portent, because it is. I've never watched Build Fighters. We have no dedicated store. Like, there's a dedicated store for Gunpla that will take me an age to get to. And then it has basically nothing that like it has none of the obscure stuff I want. I have to order I had to order my Hammurabi over the interweb. But I really want a portent because the portent is like the main color is green. It's themed after 00, like the shape of a double O Gundam. Like that kind of Gundam design, and 00 was my first Gundam series, so I have a lot of love for those suits, and you know, it's got them rad heels. Hello, Ohayo, Shimada Tiger, Ohayo. We were just talking about Gunpla, and how I should never ever actually, like, I shouldn't get more Gunpla because I've still got, like, I just break them. I lose parts and I break them. I have successfully put together one Gunpla, and that's my Hammurabi, and it's a very shoddy job. Ah, yes. I do hope you're getting enough rest, Tiger. I do hope you're not pushing yourself. Much love for Shimada Tiger. Tiger love. Genki or die trying. Oh. That's great to hear. That's great to hear. That's great to hear, honestly, Shimada. I hope you're doing well. So, we're talking about Gundam. And I really like 00 Gundam. But I mean, it was what was used to bait me into watching the original Gundam 079, and I love Universal Century, but I've got mixed feelings about 00 now, because I feel like I didn't have any quality control when I was younger. So I'm always worried, oh, is this thing I liked when I was younger, like, still good now? But I still think it's okay. If a bit, at times. And I love some of the Mook suits from it. What is it? The flags? It's the flag or the enact. The flag or the enact is a suit that I really like. I think it's the enact command type that I particularly like. I actually haven't seen either G Gundam or Gundam Wing. Watching anything with big robots now, that's an approach and a half. That'll get you far. That'll take you far and above. There's so many great shows with good robots. Well, why do I have to watch G Gundam though? Everyone's like, watch G Gundam, but it's like not a Gundam show, is it? Like, it's technically a Gundam show, but it's not really a Gundam. It's Super Robot instead of Real Robot, like most Gundams. Cliff, you gotta get some Gundam in you. Start on 0079, watch Zeta, and then you can move on to, like, I don't know, ZZ or Char's Counterattack, but also Ff8 MS Team. You should definitely watch Ff8 MS Team. Oh yeah, the arm swords. The Exia's physical blade! It's so cool. It's so cool. I think that's why I liked it so much. I like Gundams. I like mobile suits that have physical weapons. That's why I like Iron-Blooded Orphans so much, because in Iron-Blooded Orphans there's a huge focus on kinetic weaponry instead of beam weaponry, and most Gundam is beam weaponry. And that's why the Exia in 00 was so notable for having a physical arm blade in addition to a beam saber. I feel like I'm going too fast. I feel I'm going too fast there. But yeah, in Iron-Blooded Orphans, they've got kinetic weapons. Yes! Shimada Tiger kinetic weapons on mechs! What, you could just laser them? Fine, but you just want... Sometimes you just want to... Yeah! Yeah, you just want to punch a hole in it. Like a laser beam rifle is fine, but... Oh... Sometimes you just want to break out an autocannon or something. The power of Bonk. Yeah, exactly right. The power of Bonk. Any opinion on MechWarrior Battletech? Spacer actually has been doing mechs for VTubers, and I'm super hyped about that. Like, Oh, oh yeah. I've played like MechWarrior BattleTech on the tabletop before, and I've gotten an LRM crit with a Summoner / Thor on an enemy mech that just vaporized its cockpit. And oh yeah, MechWarrior Online I've only played a little bit, but I had fun with it when I did. I like mechs. I like mechs. Basically, I'm very looking forward to whatever Spacer puts out with his MechWarrior BattleTech plans. Consider me eagerly watching from the shadows. But yeah, my lore knowledge is next to none, but I just like big robots. So you know where that puts me. X-Steel, I've never heard of it. To Google. Oh, that looks cool. I actually, fun fact. I can't tell you what my favorite mecha game is. I literally cannot tell you what my favorite mecha game is, because I know what it is. I know what my favorite mecha game is. My favorite game with big mechs, with big robots. And I really love it. But I also can't tell you what it is. Because, no, Shimada, I can't. Because you see, it doesn't, like, the mechs, it having mechs in it is a reveal, it's a twist. It's a twist. It's a reveal. And the sensation that reveal gave me when I first experienced it, I don't want to take away from anyone. And I want people to play, like, I want people to play it not knowing what they will find and then being overjoyed when they discover what it is. Because I really like it. Oh, you know what I'm talking about? Well, oh, you got spoiled. You will ask 2 months from now. You'll ask what my favorite games with a twist are. You're not gonna get answers though, because I love games with twists, but I can't. I guess I can say right now that I like games like Ace Attorney and, you know, like adventure games that have like heavy plot thingamajigs, like Ace Attorney and 999, like Ace Attorney and Zero Escape and Danganronpa. They have pretty great story twists and turns. I like that kind of stuff. But I'm not saying that any of them have mechs in them. But yeah, I'd hate to spoil someone on that because, oh. The mecha game was Danganronpa. Danganronpa. No. It's not. Shimada, it's not. It's not Danganronpa. That's not the one I was talking about. Although I got a lot of love for Danganronpa. I really like those games. I firmly believe that Danganronpa 3v3 is a pinnacle. It's simply an excellent game. Wonderful narrative experience. But yeah, Danganronpa blew my mind when I played it. I very much appreciate it. Of course, Shimada. Of course you would like Nekomaru. Honestly, Shimada, in some ways, in all respects, but in some ways you do remind me of Akane Owari. Oh, Cliff, if you've played Danganronpa 1 and Danganronpa 2, I highly recommend that you play Danganronpa V3. Your best Dangan waifu is probably predictable as well. Is it Ibuki? Oh, hello, Migglebort. But yes, we are talking about Danganronpa now, which is a minefield. But I'm gonna try and keep it spoiler-free. Which Danganronpa character are you? Chiaki Nanami. You're Chiaki Nanami. Ah, I don't... Oh, Shimada, calling her Hiyoko is mean. Oh, Meiji, you gotta do both, though. That's the thing. I've done both Phoenix Wright and Danganronpa and Zero Escape. You gotta do all of them. They're all great. But calling... Oh, Shimada. Oh, calling someone Hiyoko. I would never call anyone Hiyoko. I don't have the, I don't have the meanness. Not meanness, the steel in my spine to call someone Hiyoko Sayonji. Oh yes, Meiji, you're gonna have fun with 999. You're gonna have fun with 999. Remember to play in novel mode if you're doing the Steam's version of the Nonary games. Cliff. Play the original... Okay, you can't... Don't play the Steam version or whatever they've got with the weird sprites or the mobile ports or anything like that. Play the original pixel art. Like just play on the DS. Play the DS. Play DS Phoenix Wright. Just play DS Phoenix Wright, and then for the 3D ones, play 3DS Phoenix Wright. Simple as. Simple as. You want to play Phoenix Wright, and then Phoenix Wright... Trial Justice for All, and then Trials and Tribulations. That's the third one, and then you want to go on to Apollo Justice. We talk... Ooh. Why are you bringing up Higurashi, Burnmiser? Is that just because we're talking about adventure games or games with, like, heavy plot stuff? Because I've read... oh, let me tell you, mortals. I read... Oh, the art. I read... Listen... No, hold on. No, Meijicraft. The Edgeworth ones are great. Ace Attorney Investigations 2 is the best Ace Attorney game. Ace Attorney Investigations 2 is the greatest Ace Attorney game. It's better than all of them. Anyway, speaking of Higurashi, I played Higurashi on the Steam releases, which meant I started Higurashi years before I beat Higurashi, like before I finished Higurashi, because they took years to come out, and I was really, like, only 3 were, like, out, only 2 or 3 were out when I started. Well, they all have Franziska von Karma in it. Of course, AAI 2 does have Franziska von Karma in it. But yeah, Higurashi on Steam took like a while, like so many times to release. So it ended up I remember I think when did ReZero come out? I remember reading the 3rd Higurashi chapter on Steam while ReZero was airing, the first one. So about 2016. I finished Higurashi in 2020. About halfway through last year, I think. That's when they released the final one. That's how long it took. I played Higurashi for 4 years. I can't imagine what it must have been like to be able to play all of them in a row, to read through all of them in a row. But yeah, Justice for All was the first game she was in, but Franziska von Karma is a recurring character, and she's, you know, I mean, that is her game. Justice for All is her game, but Justice for All is not anyone's favorite Ace Attorney game. Doesn't matter how much you like Franziska von Karma. It's pretty much just like for its final case. In terms of regular cases, the other games are stronger. But yeah, Higurashi took me a long time. I mean, I like the AA2 objection. The AA2 objection's been left by the wayside since Phoenix's objection is now the Trials and Tribulations objection. And, I mean, the first one's iconic. But, Justice for All objection's been kind of left by the wayside. Alas. Objection themes in Phoenix Wright games and Ace Attorney games are really good. I especially love Apollo and Athena's. You want to know what one of my like favorite cases in Ace Attorney is like one of my favorite standalone ones. It's from Spirit of Justice, and it's the case 4, the Athena case, and it's Rakugo themed, or rather, it's it's Rakugo themed, and also like Soba Noodle themed, and like it's very I love me some Rakugo, which is a kind of traditional Japanese theater. And it was just a fun case, and it had Athena and Black Wheel working on the same bench, which was amazing. Rakugo is cool, Shimada. You also like Rakugo. I must confess, I am a complete noob when it comes to Rakugo, and it is mostly a Japanese thing. But Rakugo is just as an art form, it interests me greatly. If there is one thing I wish I could, if there was one reason I wish I knew Japanese, it would be to learn and perform Rakugo. What's currently playing at the moment? It's just a Dover Syndrome track. It's called Back Me Up. So it's just some of the old royalty-free music. Umineko is longer than both the Bible and the Mahabharata. I mean, that's not that much of an achievement, really. Yes, imagining me with a paper fan. Yes, exactly. Changing your voice and your mannerisms with slight... Changing your voice and then also your mannerisms with slight tilts of the head to portray which character you're playing, and using props to make a comedic story. It's I mean, there's the iconic time noodle, right? 1, 2, 3. Oh, you played music for a Rakugo performance once. Oh, Shimada, that's so cool. That's so cool. That's so cool. Oh my. Oh, I'm. Oh man, I'm envious. I want to see Rakugo live at some point. I really do. Would that there was more like English Rakugo about. Fate Stay Night is apparently longer than the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy. Well, good, because I've read all of Fate Stay Night. Well, not counting some bad ends, obviously, but I have read a lot of the bad ends. So it's good to, and it's a fair chunk of reading to get through. That's the great thing about visual novels, is that they have like more they have sound, they have music, and they have voice acting, but they still have the length that you get with long pieces of writing. The best part about Fate Stay Night is finishing Fate Stay Night and then going on to read Fate Hollow Ataraxia, which is amazing, but also like really long. But in a different way, it's a very different beast. God, Cliff, yes, you need to pick it up. The Fate route is a little teaser compared to what you've got in store with you with Unlimited Blade Works and Heaven's Feel. I want to see you get to Sparks Liner High. You will never read Fate, Reo? Then you will perish and waste away, never having witnessed the glory that is... Saber. Or, indeed, Karen Hortensia. Karen Hortensia is great. And you'll never get to Karen if you don't read Fate Stay Night. because you need to read Fate Hollow Ataraxia. Am I also excited for all the Heaven's Feel movies to show up? I'm not even touching the Heaven's Feel movies. Why would I? They cut so much of the good stuff for more Sakura. Why would I even touch them with a 10-foot pole? Are you kidding me? Yeah. Absolutely not. Have I watched Kara no Kyokai? No. I'm an absolute novice when it comes to other works of the Nasuverse. Karen Hortensia is a character, Ray, and she's really good, and you should read. Oh, Cliff, you picked up FSN because you watched and loved Zero. You poor fool. Ah, alas. I mean, Zero does have some cool stuff in it, but you really gotta start with Stay Night. That's my recommendation here. That's my recommendation here. You want to get into Fate? You read the visual novel. No adaptions. No spin-offs. What's that? You like Nero? You like the look of Nero, so you want to play extra? Not until you have read 2 full-length visual novels. That is what I say to you. Because that's what I wish somebody had said to me. Not that I started with extra. I started with watching Ufotable Unlimited Blade Works. But then having read through Unlimited Blade Works as in the visual novel, that's way better. No, do not start with Fate Grand Order. That is the worst possible advice. I will bap you over the head with a rolled up newspaper, Meiji. Also, never spend money on a gacha. Never spend money on a gacha. What are you doing? If you're going to if you're going to touch gacha, even with a 10-foot pole, do not spend money on gacha. Don't waste your money on gacha. Just don't. Don't. Mortals. Be more fiscally responsible than that. The light novel. Kiritsugu describes eating a burger in the edgiest way possible. That's Uro Butcher for you. That totally fits. Correct, Cliff. Bits/SCs for your OGR are a much better investment. If you're going to at least, if you're gonna waste your money somewhere, give it to a VTuber you like. That's what I say. Give it to Hiroshi. Gacha is just play gachas for free. I have Kiyohime Lancer, and I didn't spend a cent on Fate Grand Order. But yeah, like, despite like how edgy Fate Zero is, I still really like Kiritsugu, and when I played Fate Grand Order, it's I got Kiritsugu the servant version because I just really like him, even if Zero is an edge fest. Yeah, that is very impressive that Kongo's done that. I would do free rolls. Despite how much you hate Yorubacha, you love Psycho Pass. What a coincidence! What a coincidence, Imminent Depression. I also love Psycho Pass. I haven't seen like the most recent thing. I saw the 3rd season, but not the movie afterwards. But the original Psycho Pass is very good. And Psycho Pass Season 2 is still pretty okay. I love the Dracula versus Frankenstein thing it's going with. You don't need an NP5. You don't need an NP5 gold. You don't need an NP5 gold, Ninja Guy Danny. Have I read the Axel event? If you're talking about the Fate Zero event and Fate Grand Order, yes, I have read it, and yeah, I've got the Welfare Servants. I mean, Urobuchi, I think his first work that I encountered was Madoka Magica. That's Urobuchi, right? I know Psycho Pass Season 2 wasn't made by Urobuchi. I still liked it. NP5 Carmine, SSR Carmine. No! I am not an SSR. I am a bronze. I am a 1-star character. I'm a 1-star character. But yeah, Madoka was Madoka Magica was is probably the only magical girl anime that I've watched. No, don't roll, or if you do roll, make sure it's a free roll, Shimada Tiger. Don't you be wasting any of your money on gacha. Ah, yes, my noble phantasms are strong. Yes, I probably would be gold. I probably would be rank 4. I probably would have been 4-star or 5-star. But, yeah, Madoka Magica was a very fun watch because it was it's a very sad, but also, okay. Homura did nothing wrong. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Homura did nothing wrong. Homura did nothing wrong. I know, I don't want that much of an edge fest. Thank you very much. I don't want that much of an edge fest. I will pass on Magical Girl site. But yeah, Homura did nothing wrong, and I back her actions 100% to the moon. Rebellion was nice. That's all I have to say on that, other than that time travel and time stop with guns is really cool. Isn't that a coincidence? I just realized Urabuchi has 2 time manipulator characters with guns. Kiritsugu and Homura. I wonder if they get along. Oh, Meiji Craft, I would be a berserker if I was a servant. Yeah, my favorite Madoka Magica girl is Homura or Mami. But yes, if I was a servant, I would be berserker class. But you shouldn't attempt to summon me. That's not going to go well. Of course! All I need do is unseal the demon within my right arm, Meiji Craft, and then the word berserk would be a paltry nothing before the rage I would unleash. Exactly, Rocco, you've got it. But at the moment, I'm keeping a very tight leash on the demon in my right arm. After all, mortals, I would have no... If I didn't, it would result in disaster. Nah. It wouldn't be interesting. Nah. Shielders. I love how you say shielders plural as if there is more than one shielder, but it's just MASH. And I appreciate that, because I also appreciate MASH. I like MASH. I like MASH a lot. MASH is the reason to play Fate Grand Order, in my opinion. Other than the, like, just for the story-wise. When Nasu's writing it, MASH is super interesting. Well, it depends on how much mana I cost, Meiji. Because if I cost too much mana, then a master can't use me. Who knows how much it takes to sustain me? And remember, with servants, all right, they're limited by their class cards, so it's entirely possible that in my berserk state I can't use my all-seeing eye, and I'm limited by my class card, so I can't use some of my tricks. That's why Berserker Hercules is actually weaker than if you summoned him as an archer. Yes, Mash is very cute. Mash is maximum cute. Mash is ultra cute. I quite like her. She's just, she's so precious. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing with Mash. But yeah, that's all I have to say. That's the thing. Hand-to-hand fighters don't get covered a lot under the class cards, because Lancer, Archer, and Saber are all about weapons. Rider is about, like, you know, you need to have a dedicated mount. Caster, you have to be a mage. An assassin, you have to strike from the shadows. So I don't know if Shimada fits into anything other than Berserker, but I don't know if Shimada's gone Berserk before. It could be fun trying to sort other VTubers into Fate classes sometime. Thank you, Bunzel. I'm not sure if it would let you make links. I don't know how that works. Li Shuen is a fist user assassin. Very excellent of you. But that's because he's also an assassin. Like he has the qualifications of assassin. The Jobber Masters. Oh, yeah, Cliff. Oh, sad. You don't know. Don't job. Summon someone cool. Be like Waver. Be the Waver of your Holy Grail War. Waver ended Zero better than he came into it. So default, I see. But yeah, when it comes to classes, Berserker has the best girls, and Rider is for the bros. That's what I think. Well, you wouldn't want to be Shinji in general. You wouldn't want to be Shinji in general. You wouldn't want to be Seaweed Boy in general. You don't want to be Shinji. Oh boy, you don't want to be... Oof. Poor Shinji. I mean, it depends. It depends, Cliff. Because if you can be the right counter, it is possible you could fight a like it's all of, with Nasu, like anything goes. Nasu establishes rules just to break them, so everything is an exception in the Nasuverse. Ah, Strange Fake. I've heard a lot of good things about it, but I've not done it myself. I've not read Strange Fake myself. Like I said, my favorite Fate spin-off is Hollow Ataraxia, which is just generally very good, and Bazette is you guys would love Bazette. Tell me you wouldn't love Bazette, you'd be lying to me. I mean, come on. Cool Irish girl in a suit, punches things. Absolutely top tier. Yes! Bazette appreciators. Yes. Yes. Ah, yes, she's in Unlimited Codes. Yes, Cliff, you've played Unlimited Codes then, or you've at least know about Unlimited Codes. Yeah, she's in Unlimited Codes because she's from Hollow Ataraxia, which was released before Unlimited Codes happened. Ninja Guy Danny, you really like Hollow Ataraxia then. Hollow Ataraxia is fantastic. But yeah, Bazette is cool because the main weapon of her arsenal is, okay, Bazette has, as a family heirloom, a noble phantasm. She has Fragerak. It's so cool, and it's so cool. She can go toe-to-toe. She literally can go toe-to-toe with servants. Like, she literally can go toe-to-toe with servants. As long as she gets them to use their strongest moves on her, she will always win using Fragerak. Hollow Ataraxia is so good. I highly recommend it. Bazette is one of the two protagonists of Hollow Ataraxia, and I highly recommend you read it. But you have to read Fate Stay Night first, which is why I recommend people read Fate Stay Night. And you should read Fate Stay Night anyway, because it has Saber, and Rin, and Ryder. Of course, Ryder doesn't get much in Stay Night, but then that's what Hollow Ataraxia is for. And you get lots of cool events with Ryder. Not to mention Caster. I really like Hollow Ataraxia. I really like Fate. I really liked reading the Fate visual novels. Yeah, there are the great depictions of Shiro being splattered with gore, with all the bad ends. what's it called? Rafflesia Umbrella or something like that. There's a especially I don't want to go too much into the mechanics. I don't want to spoil too much actually. The mechanics of how Shiro operates, but basically there's lots of great bad ends. In fact, the greatest ending in Hollow Ataraxia, in Ff8 Stay Night. The greatest ending in Ff8 Stay Night is not an ending. It's not a root ending. It's not a true ending or a good ending. It's a bad ending technically. It's called Sparks Liner High. And Sparks Liner High is the best ending of Fate. Stay Night. It's so good. And then, of course, once you've read all of Ff8 Stay Night and then all of Hollow Ataraxia, you should be able to play the Fate Extra remake when it comes out. Fate Extra Record. That'll be great. Is that ending with Mind of Steel? No, Rocco. Mind of Steel sucks. Mind of Steel is like meh. Mind of Steel is like, oh yeah, Fate Zero, yada yada. You want Sparks Liner High. Sparks Liner High is the best bad ending. For sure. It's one of the final choices of the of Heaven's Feel. So it comes up real close to the end. And it results in Shiro using a technique not found, like using a move that is in no other route. So yeah, if you get to yeah, I know, Meiji. I don't want to give too much away though. You don't remember Sparks Liner High? Well, at the end of Heaven's Feel, you fight a boss before the final boss. And it depending on whether or not you fight that boss with an ally, one of two things will occur. And one of them is Sparks Liner, and if you fight without an ally, it's Sparks Liner High. And it produces just a great scene, Basically, it's where Shiro uses the triple-linked crane wings. Which is one heck of a move. I really like that. Okay. Enough gushing. I shall cease. So, I've dragged the conversation into the mires of fate, and I gotta drag it out so that people who have not encountered the Leviathan, this basilisk, can take part and understand what's going on. So, what to discuss? On the topic of unlimited codes, which is the Fate fighting game that was mentioned earlier, let's talk about fighting games for a bit now. I'm trying to manually steer the conversation by jumping from point to point. Fighting games. I don't play them that much, but when I do, I like them. But only if I've got people to play them with. So to that end, I have played the successor to the French bred successor to Multi Blood, Under Night, and then also but my childhood fighting games were Soul Calibur and Tekken. 2D anime fighters are something that I've only gotten into recently, and they're a problem. Yeah, Under Night In Birth. Exactly. Yeah, I really like Under Night. I really like playing it. Well, okay. So my background was 3D. My background was 3D. Maybe Shimada, but again, internet problems with fighting games. So that's the thing. I love Under. Listen. I have Uniclear I have Under Night in Birth EXE late CLR here right now. I could boot it up right now, and the lag between you, any of you, and me would be such that I would not be able to show you how much I suck at Eltnum properly. I mean, I might take up Strive as my first Guilty Gear, but I better be able to play it with someone, Shimada. Because if I better be able to play it with someone, because my net's really bad when it comes to that. So if I can play it with people, I will play it. Maybe I will be, maybe I will be. But yeah, I've basically only lightly glanced across like the first, like Guilty Gear for the PS1, and then also I have like a real cheap Guilty Gear that was on sale. If I can remember it from Steam, it's called yes, XX Accent Core Plus R. I have that, but again, like I got it, but then I don't have anyone to play it with, so I just sit. I also have I also like playing BB Tag, BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, because it's got them Ruby characters in it that I like. But yeah, if Strive has good netcode, I'll give it a go. But I've dabbled on a really light level with a lot of fighters and not gotten like super into any of them. I just know the basics of, like, I know the basics of some Tekken characters. I know the basics of one Soul Calibur character. I know the basics of Eltnum in Under Night. I know I mean, BlazBlue Tag is. I played Tekken 7 with Shimada back then. How did that work with my internet? It was a lag match. It was a lag match. It was a lag match. Cliff, I feel you. I feel you, buddy. The only reason, like, I can't, like, maybe I'll stream, like, a solo, like, maybe I'll do just a stream of solo playing a fighting game someday against the AI. But yeah, the Tekken 7 match with Shimada was a lag match. It was... yeah, exactly. I don't know if it helped, or I don't know, like, how much it helped or hindered either side, but it was not a smooth fight. And honestly, I have more experience because, like, I had the. It probably gave me a bit of an edge because I have more experience playing in a fighting game where basically the world becomes water that the characters are moving through. With how long it takes to do things. OJ is a fighting game. No, it is not. It is a game in which luck is king, and I somehow prevailed. A collab, lolly. I mean, honestly, if I could play Under Night with people, I would like to play Under Night with people, because Under Night is great. With fighting games, not having people to play it with and internet lag has been my curse. It's been okay. Do you wish to know the cursedness of my existence? The one time I found an arcade I could go to and play Tekken 7 before it came out on PC, or as a game outside arcades. Before Tekken 7 came out as a game on arcades, I could go to this arcade and play Tekken 7 against real people in real space, and it was beautiful. I was getting completely destroyed by people who were way better at the game than me. It was fantastic. I was learning my character. An Asuka player that was somewhat pro taught me a combo. And then it shut down, and it took a year to reopen, and this time the arcade was nowhere to... Like the Tekken cabinet was nowhere to be found. It was just a few machines in a smaller location. So literally a month or two after I started going there. I'm still so sour about it. Because that was the one thing that I had. Nowhere else in this, like, in a... I don't know how far you would have to go from me to get to an arcade machine of a fighting game. But it's so far. It's so far as to be a distance untravelable. So yeah, my experience with fighting games has always been, hey, does anybody I know, the few people I know, do you want to play fighting games with me? And no, they don't. Because I'm just good enough to be better at everybody else I know physically to beat them at fighting games. So, yeah. That's why I like JRPGs more, because you can just play them by yourself. And just, who needs friends, am I right? Video games are my friends. Video games are my friends. I never needed friends, bah. I mean, I was always bullied by my brothers in Tekken 3 when growing up, so I don't know what happened. But then I was really bad at games as a kid. I literally, I didn't have any confidence in myself, and I had absolutely no skill. I trained to be okay at video games. I played a lot of games in order to be not bad at them. And now I have the game-playing skill of an average individual. It's pretty fantastic. No, I'm not going to give the demon in my arm the controller. That would be a bad idea. That would result in tragedy. That would be quite bad. Oh, no. I mean, Cliff, character action games are kind of like fighters, aren't they? I know, like those kinds, like stuff like Devil May Cry, kind of has a fighting game basis. And yeah, playing with one hand on each controller, me against the demon. Ha! I'm right-handed though, so that might be an issue. But have I played Sakuna of Rice and Ruin? No, but I'm quite interested in it because I'm interested in in the rice growing part of it. I'll probably play it like a year from now or sometime, like when it's real cheap on the Steam store, and I can nab it. But on the subject of character action games, you want to know one that I really like, a 2D character action game. Interesting. You want to know a character action game that I really like? A game by Platinum, I'm pretty sure. That I'm not sure is the most popular. Astral Chain. I really love Astral Chain. And it sucks that Astral Chain is Switch exclusive because it's so good. It's honestly so good. I love Astral Chain. I love the aesthetic and I love the gameplay. It's so good. At first it doesn't really click. Because at first you don't have the full... I recommend it, Cliff. I really do. At first you don't have the full gamut of skills. And it just feels like really unsatisfying. Where your machine, not machine, your Legion is just kind of auto-attacking on its own, and you're doing basic combos, and it's like, oh, this isn't that interesting. But then you get all the moves. And it's just, it's so good. It's so good. You can do some crazy stuff in Astral Chain. You really can. You can, and then you get the third weapon, and then, I love Arrow Legion and you get, Astral Chain is fantastic. Hi. Hi, this is my live GD artist. Hi, Asuna. Hello. Thank you very much for visiting. Yeah. Oh. Thank you for your wishes of good luck. Thank you so much. Yes, she also has a VTuber form. So please, by all means, check her out. Oh. I'm so flustered all of a sudden. I'm so flustered all of a sudden. Composure. Composure. Alright. Next on the agenda. I mean, I could gush more about Astral Chain, which I'm totally fine to do, because it's. I mean, you're a cool like future cop, like a kind of like. That's kind of what's cool about Ghost of the Shell, but like this is more like it leans into the cop aesthetic more, and also it has a crazy action spirit, and the gameplay is just, I mean, it's an action game where you're controlling two characters. It's a character action game where you're controlling two characters. Imagine it's Devil May Cry, but you're controlling two characters. That's what's great about Astral Chain. And there's 5 different legions that you switch between. So it's like weapon switching in DMC, but you also have weapons to switch between too. So you're switching between 2 types. You've got your gun, you've got your baton, and you've got a big heavy baton. And then you've also got 5 types of legion that you get throughout the game. You've got sword, arrow, beast, arms, and axe. And like each of them has a different playstyle. Like with axe, it's very slow moving, and it can give you a shield, and it's counter focused. It does counters. It's really cool. It's also a game that I prefer to dodge more than block in character action games, and Astral Chain is very much that, because I'm bad. I never use Royal Guard in DMC. I'm bad at doing it. I'm genuinely like I don't have the timing. Not even close. But I can dodge and I can flee. Actually, I'm probably better at using Virgil's trick in the in new DMC5. But yeah. Anyway. Character action games, much akin like fighting games, I really recommend Astral Chain. Shame that it's a Switch exclusive, but it's probably a real reason to get a Switch. I think that's like the one Switch game that I went out and got for. Oh, like I don't even own a Switch; it's somebody else's Switch, but I just needed to play it because I was so hyped. Because, yeah, like, I'm not much of a... Oh, parries your bullet, nothing personnel. Nothing personnel, kid. Oh, yeah, just cool. Parrying is cool when other people do it. Parrying is so cool when other people do it. I can't do it. I'm a dodge man. I dodge. That's what I do. Dodging is in my blood. I'm a dodge encounter, not a parry encounter. But parries are like that's what really that's really what gets me about like that's what I had to learn about Rising Revengeance, because Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, because you parrying is very important in those games, in that game. It's so good. 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 All right. Focus. We've actually gone through a surprising gamut. Oh, you were listening to the OST. Oh, Astral Chain's got a great OST. But actually, Dark Hero. Da 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 da. Dark Hero is an amazing vocal insert. Oh, MGR. Oh yeah, no, sorry. Sorry, Cliff. I messed up. But Metal Gear Rising is does have a fantastic I couldn't help but sing along to the boss themes every time when I played it. It was great. Nah, it's my bad. Don't you apologize for my mistake, honestly. I won't have it. Standing here. Actually, hold on. No, hold on. I'm considering muting the background music to do that. You know what? Screw it. Standing here, I realize you were just like me, trying to make history. But who's to say who the right from wrong? When our guard is down, I'm sure we'll both agree. Violence breeds violence, but in the end it has to be this way. I can't sing MGR songs at all, but they're so good. They're so good. They're so good. Wait, there's no need to Ikazo. I'm just, you're okay, you're not fine. I'm looking up the lyrics. Fine. You get the whole thing. Because of this level of hype. Do it, Cliff. That's rad. Okay, fine. You'll get the full thing. No, I wasn't trying to do a Raiden impression. I'm just bad at singing. Or if you meant when I was saying nothing personnel, kid. No, I was just trying to be generically edgy. Standing here, I realize you were just like me, trying to make history. But who's to judge the right from wrong? When our guard is down, I think we'll both agree that violence breeds violence. But in the end, it has to be this way. I've carved my own path. You followed your wrath, but maybe we're both the same. The world has turned and so many have burned, but nobody is to blame. Yet staring across this barren, wasted land, I feel new life will be born beneath the blood-stained sand. I can't sing. I'm bad. Cease. I'm bad at this. I'm not good. Oh yeah, no, Cliff, you'll probably do better at this kind of song than me. Man. I wish I could sing. That'd be great. But yeah, I will probably schedule a karaoke for next week then. Sometime on the schedule next week. And we'll see about we'll see how that goes down, I guess. But yeah, Metal Gear Rising is the perfect sequel to Metal Gear Solid 2, which is the best Metal Gear game, so it's fantastic and has the OST of just amazingness. It's a fantastic OST. I really like both MGS2 and Metal Gear Rising, and I really like Raiden. And also, like they got I'm pretty sure they got the singer of. They got somebody involved in the Metal Gear Rising soundtrack for Final Fantasy Shadowbringers main theme, which was amazing. It's very much, you know. I wonder if I could attempt that actually. I wonder if I could. I'm not gonna. You're not gonna get that from out of me, Shimada. Huh, he was Raubon's original VA and ARR. Oh, the American one? Before they... Oh, wow. Amazing. Memories broken, the truth goes unspoken. I've even forgotten my name. I don't know the season or what is the reason. I'm standing here holding my blade. Ah, Shimada, you got me doing it. I'm susceptible. You can't just start. But you can't just start going hard in chat. But no. I want to give a while we're doing impromptu karaoke. Apparently, I want to give it a shot at the Shadowbringers theme, which is titled. Yeah, which is literally just Shadowbringers. All right. I'll just try and sing a bit of it. It's from Final Fantasy XIV's most recent expansion, but anyway. The road that we walk is lost in the flood. Here proud angels bathe in their wages of blood. At this, the world's end, do we cast off tomorrow? One brings shadow, one brings light. There's this whole bit that I can barely get through. Like most of this I can't do. Most of this I can't do. It's so cool though. It's like one brings shadow, one brings light. Two-toned echoes tumbling through time. 70 wasted, 10 cast aside. Fourfold knowing, no end in sight. It's like they do that with the music, and it's a really good song. That's all I'll say about that. It's a really good song. What more can I say? What more do you expect from me, mortals? You can't expect a jot from me. More than that, other than to say, it's a good This is the song. No. This also, Meiji. Ixnay on the fighting the Oreo of Ff8. Some people might not know. And that's a really cool moment. I'm sorry for being such a stickler about spoilers. No, it's all good. I got spoiled on it. I wish I wasn't, but I did. Delete it. Can I? I'm not sure I can. I don't know how that works. It's fine. But no. That's the main the final the boss of Shadowbringers is when that plays. You're thinking of To the Edge, which is it goes like broken angels, wingless yeah, like that, yeah. Da 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 da, ba da 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 da, ba da da da, da 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 da, like that. That's To the Edge. It's really great. It's honestly, Final Fantasy XIV has an amazing soundtrack. What's my favorite song in a primal fight? Out of primal fights? I think I know what it is. I think I know what it is. And it would be In Darkness Blooms the Spider Lily. It would be what's the name of the primal version of? Yeah, it's Tsukiyomi. It's Tsukiyomi's theme, which is I can't find the what's the name of it? It's hold on. Yeah, it's Yeah, it's Wayward Daughter. It's Wayward Daughter. Wayward Daughter is the theme that plays for the third phase, the final phase of Tsukuyomi in Final Fantasy XIV, and that's my favorite music in a Primal fight. I listen to that a lot. Well, I haven't really done much of that. I think that's what is that, Warring Triad? I haven't done much of that questline, though. Oh, Meiji. You're probably not alone in that regard. MMOs will be MMOs, you know? Alright, so I'm going to wrap up now, though. I'm going to wrap up now. We're going to raid. We're going to raid. We're going to raid. We're going to raid. I've just realized I've gone a bit long. I wanted to only Zatsu for 3 hours, and I'm completely. Oh, Under the Weight. Yeah, that's from Titan. Oh, Nina's on. Oh, this is a special day for her, isn't it? Yeah, obviously. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to raid Nina. So we're gonna raid Nina, everyone. Where is my dashboard so that I may do this? Well, Meiji Craft, this will be a great opportunity. She's going to do some karaoke. She's doing a celebration stream with karaoke. And it should be... Nina has an amazing singing voice, so you should enjoy it greatly. I will send you all over as soon as I figure out how to do the thing. There we go. Raid channel. Yep. Start raid. Alright, so I'll not belabor the point. I will just say thank you all for the simply wonderful chatting stream. I had a lot of fun. I was very nervous, but it ended up going pretty cool. But yeah, thank you so much, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, or simply just rest. I'll not belabor the point. Farewell!